In the beginning.
In the beginning. Alright. In the beginning, we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction, not forgetting it this time. First up, we have Blackheart as
Carrick Marshk.
We have Kronos as
Jackson Rodskala.
We have Haddan as
Teldan.
We have Marcus as
Clovis out of last.
We have Semi as
Gifting Graysteel.
We have Tobias as
SBAP is Steel Shot.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap?
This feels really easy listening right now.
Tonight on Easy Listening FM.
Here. Tonight on Tarnstead Travelers, someone's going to do a recap. Is it me again? It might be.
I mean, I'll do it if nobody else wants to take the easy one.
I mean, I don't mind getting a free card, but I don't know.
You and I are tied, so.
All right.
With the lowest.
I'll roll you for it.
Corvus.
I'll roll you for it.
Other than Corvus was
I
not.
can do it, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to use the prop, Red Raziel?
Red Raziel. Corvus Atlas found himself in the fire plane for a considerable amount of time. The party had conquered several of the additional puzzles within this mega dungeon, coming forth to a room with instructions to give your Vita to gain the key or to gain entry. The party members did that, and doppelgangers of themselves came forth from their blood, all except Telday and Corvus, because Corvus was absent and Telday didn't have blood, and Elko did not, and Dingus, because they can not precipitate. Combat ensued. There was a brief scare that a potential love of this party was going to be vanquished, rended from this reality, as their soul would have been consumed by negative Raziel attacking regular Raziel with the blade of Redacted, or the spear of Redacted. Through actions done by the party, several of the negatives were killed off or shunted away to a different reality or a different realm, which had its own problems later on, but the party had won out in the end.
That's a problem for tomorrow, Gifton.
That's a tomorrow Gifton problem, as Cass, Nega Cass, had been shunted to the Fey realm and detonated. There's now a big crater somewhere in the Feywild. Given that we had defeated, Corvus did come back and was kind of maybe focused on Nega-Ras a bit too much, but that's his own problems.
He felt so good after he did that.
No, he didn't. The owner and mad person of this place decided to give us entry for vanquishing the negatives, even though we were missing a key because it was somewhere else. And we made presence and
audience.
We gained audience with Eliza von Usglas.
Oh, not yet.
How?
We had to go into the mirror room, remember? And play chess.
The mirror you couldn't see.
That was... Did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't aware of that one.
You
You got angry in the room continually.
You were yelling the whole time.
It was a mirror that you couldn't see into because it was a mirror.
And we were telling you that you weren't in the mirror, and you started yelling about the fact that why am I not in the mirror? But you can't see the mirror, and so you only had to take our word for it. And then I stepped through the mirror and disappeared for you.
I don't remember any of that. I am sorry.
Oh, it happened.
I don't know.
No, that makes me sad.
Yep. Well, so I stepped through the mirror, and I, with Shaxan, completed the puzzle of moving the chess pieces, and then we all went through the mirror into the elder door, and then we got our audience with whose class, and she was
Ah.
chiding you about your father not being such a complainer.
Persnickety young man.
Temperamental.
You don't remember that part? She totally called out your dad. She says Aldo was never like this.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you may have been the wrong choice for recap. You apparently can't remember half the session.
I guess not.
All right, what happened when we got into the next room?
So we did get audience with Eliza von Oostglas, barring the lapses of memory of the player of Corvus Aderlas, and discussions were made about the dreamer, the truth of the dreamer, and that he accidentally or they accidentally killed off this world, and in his sorrow he fell asleep, and from the left behinds of that destruction a new world was born forth, and these entities first drive the deities, the archangels, angels, and then the rest of reality. But as cycles continued on and on, repeat after repeat, less and less was brought forth to creation, and this basement of the empty was starting to fill up from the decaying residues of the lost souls from the initial destruction from the dreamer. With that revelation out of the way, there was a talk about what the dreamer was about, what the plans were for the gods, her plans for the gods and the dreamer, and a offer or a threat or a intriguing prospect was made as Eliza von Oostglas motioned to a plinth where an obelisk stood, scribed in writing that none of us could understand or comprehend unless we focused and tried to comprehend it.
Using comprehend language.
Using comprehend languages. At first, Cassiopeia was ought to do it, but deciding that she has more to live for and people waiting for her father in particular, the reason why we came down here. So, taking the initiative, Saxon Rodskala approached the pedestal, the plinth of this obelisk, comprehended the language scribed on this obelisk. And I will let Alice finish that up.
Right. One thing I will say, she didn't really threaten or anything with that. She, in fact, sort of cautioned against trying to comprehend this.
She said she had like a whole bunch of books and notes she'd taken about it. But that she was basically motioning that this was the proof that all that she said was true, was that and all of her notes. And then I think she also the threat, the low-key threat that we got was Raziel was the fact that all of her little ravens, which there's hundreds of ravens in here, can cast wish.
Yes.
And they're all,
that's a low-key threat power right there.
That's the low-key threat. That's what
that was the low-key threat.
Play.
Yeah.
It's ravens doing it. It's an Odin threat, not a low-key threat.
That's so totally Raven. Okay. So
yeah, that was a show too.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, it's before his time.
No, it wasn't.
He's such a young lad.
Yeah. What do I get a card?
I'm tempted to keep it because you forgot half my session, but you may have a standard inspiration. Yes.
Thank you.
Yay! He really needs a card.
Okay. We will pick up where we left off. Shaxon. You touch the obelisk. The lettering on top of it suddenly becoming clear to you. Too clear. A fast language, each symbol carrying so much depth and meaning. and something even further beyond that, something kept deep within the stone. You see flashes of a flourishing world of life and love and happiness. You see curiosity, growing worry at the approach of something, and then pain and suffering that contact causes. The shattering of lands that break apart communities and civilizations. A whole world that contains such breadth of knowledge that makes what you have learnt in your lifetime feel utterly insignificant. Suddenly shattered, destroyed, and not even allowed to rejoin the natural cycle of life that they know, of the release of energy back into the greater universe to begin anew. Instead, kept, bottled. It's not out of anger or malice, but it does not matter, because the suffering it causes is still there. It's all the same. And as concepts flash before you of their lives and their loss, you fall unconscious. Everyone, you see Shaxon touch the stone, and within a couple of seconds, his eyes roll back, eyelids closing, blood trickling from them as he slumps backwards.
Jackson!
Axe.
I won't
That
fly over to him.
was quite inadvisable.
He's still breathing.
What will happen to him now?
Eliza just shrugs.
Is it that you are unsure because of who he is, or the effects are unclear?
I only have a sample size of one, I'm afraid. So I will be quite curious to see what becomes of him. Hopefully he has a steady mind.
How is he, Gifton?
I can't.
He seems to be breathing, you can tell that right off the bat.
Got blood coming out of his eyes.
Try poking his eyeballs. That's the best way to
I'm
be sure
not
if he's
really
fine.
sure how to feel about that. This doesn't look like anything's. I don't think he's gonna bleed out.
Medicine check, yeah, that's good, decent. Seems to be suffering from a quickened pulse. Nothing, too much to worry about.
A little
But
bit of shock. I think it's shock.
if you want to open up one of his eyelids,
Corvus?
that's not good.
Yeah, I'll pull up his eyelid.
Oh, that's not good.
Take two hands.
That's a lot of blood where it shouldn't be in an eyeball.
Oh, that's gross. I'm gonna close that back up. Yeah. Hey, Corvus,
What?
doctor. Nurse is concerned.
Corvus will slowly squat down, kind of position the head so it's forward facing, still kind of laying on the ground.
Should we make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue?
He's not seizing.
I don't know. I've never seen a C's. You told me about it once. I thought it would be more like a B's or a D's.
No.
We've seen the C's. We were
You've
on
seen
the
the C's?
C's.
No, not that kind of a C's. This is more like seize the day, but it like sees your body.
Young Dr. Adalas,
But
if you were to say what is the cause of his current state?
I say it's shock.
initial assessment would be shock, yes. Given that he probably has, given what you said, seen something or experienced something beyond his own comprehension, there may be potential overload in his brain. and that's what's causing the blood trickle.
You can see so much it hurts your brain.
Yes.
Oh.
He is likely suffering from.
Should I
hemorrhaging.
cast healing magic on him? Would that help his brain?
It would probably slow the bleeding, but I don't think it'll.
I'm gonna
cure the
cast some healing
effects.
magic on Shaxan because it will heal the
Is
brain.
that what you wanted to hear?
I was kind of curious to see. I always wondered if my loss of sight was some kind of magical malady imparted, but if you think it's, well, neurological in nature.
Oh, I broke.
That would be
I
the
know.
first assessment,
I'm gonna
yes.
just do that. 'cause
Can
do
I gain a
this,
sense if
and then
there's
I'm gonna
any
cast Cure Wounds.
magical afflictions going on?
There's that.
Give me a medicine check or an arcana check.
Ooh.
I'm doing a free Cure Wounds because I have one.
Yeah, you've healed. Shaxton, how many hit points were you missing from the last fight? Any?
Zip.
Then yeah, you've healed none of his hit points that were missing. So,
Oh, you should have said the more ominous. You've healed none of his hit points. Just left it at that.
But if his eyes are eyes, you said that it hurts the eyes. Should I cast regeneration? I could fix his sight.
you could certainly try.
Have you tried that? You have lots of wish ravens, so I'm sure you've tried that.
He just smiles at you.
I don't know how to read this.
Oh, does anybody else wish to try to garner an understanding from the obelisk, or would my research notes be enough?
I think your notes would be plenty.
I'm honestly fine with taking your word for it.
It would likely be prudent not to attempt to use this.
Also prudent
Again.
not to take my word for it. To check my notes, I get lost between them sometimes.
Is it because you can't see?
Oh, gift.
I can
What?
see just fine, thank you.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't want a crazed countryman of mine in my home, and I'm sure he shall awaken as such. I've gone to
You're
great
kicking us
lengths. No, just him.
That would be
if-
unwise. He would be alone and unguarded.
Is there nowhere safe to send him? Then I suggest that you strip off his armaments. Is he capable of casting without apparatus?
We could send him to Valda, maybe.
We would
Oh.
probably.
Oh, we
have
could
to...
put him in the food room. That would be fine. I
With
just don't
the
want to put. I just don't want to put him
food room would
outside where
give
the animals
him
outside would get him.
access to your
To your
home.
house.
If he is crazed, that could be a problem, particularly if you do not warn them.
Corvus will rummage through his pack.
Wait, is
pull
this how
out-
Morgani went crazy?
That was a question I was going to have. So, do you have an answer in that regard?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I probably have a few answers, yes.
Corvus will reach out, take off, he will. Your magic is the same used by the Grimmagier stuff, right, Saxon? Is from what he
Some of
also
it.
uses. Not all of it.
Some of it.
It's an
Some of it?
artificer.
Yeah,
An
He's an
artificer.
artificer as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he might have trained in some sleight of hand magic.
Jackson.
Because I saw him do some stuff with cards once.
You suddenly snap awake.
Ooh, does he,
You-
like, jump up?
His eyes certainly flash open.
Nope. All right.
There is darkness before you, Shaxton.
Hmm.
And a sense of invigorating meaningless. You just suddenly realize just how pitiful this life, really is. And how much kinder it would be to return to something greater, to be freed from this mortality. But you are still Shaxon.
Mm-hmm. So it'll sit up slightly, look around a little bit.
Oh, easy there. Take it easy. You took a minute.
Can you
It just seems
see?
to have fallen down. I mean, I would be able to if anyone would turn on the lights.
The lights are on.
So no, I don't think I can.
Do you want to try regeneration?
It's worth a try, but the eyeballs are still there, so.
They had to be removed.
I'm glancing over at Eliza Vandu's class. She had the same thing, and I trust that she has the wherewithal that she would have fixed her eyes if they were fixable.
There's nothing to say his case is like mine.
The spell says you have to have it severed, so.
Shaxon, do you mind if I try something?
Go ahead.
Scooping your eyes out with a spoon.
I have a
Gonna-
spoon here.
Go over and gonna try casting Lesser Restoration on.
Okay. It does nothing for you.
So, that does not seem to do anything.
That was that mute.
I don't want to needlessly harm Shaxon.
However,
Yes.
Jackson, there's a
Mhm.
flash of a thought. Research notes you've read how the restorative properties of dragon blood can be used and utilized, and how good Carrick's would be for that. Much better use than what he's doing now. You might need a fast
Much better
quantity
use.
of it.
I was about to ask, much better as in the living part or the casting?
The living part, yeah.
Okay.
You also know where there's a large supply of my blood because they kept taking it.
Shaxon knows where a large 5-year blood is in front of him.
Worse for you, he also knows where a large supply of an even ancienter dragon is.
No, he actually
Yes,
doesn't. He's never
that's the
been there.
technical term.
And your mind starts flashing
He
through
has
things.
actually never met his Garrick's grandmother, so no, he does know that one.
There's lots of things you can do with Fey blood. How about the restorative properties that the gentleman of our own list? Corvus would be fantastic for that. Cassie's regenerated youth. Even looking at enhancing yourself mechanically through means that were used to construct Telday. Your brain starts going over all of these possibilities, and there is such a drive to pursue them that it is physically difficult to stop yourself from pulling your weapon and trying right there and then.
I am going to say, in character, anyone who can make a perception will notice he's reaching for a pistol that in a holster that is not there. Because all his guns are currently in the quiver.
Saxon. What are you doing?
He will actually look down at his hand. Fist kind of balls for a second. Yuli, to try and resist it, do you want some kind of will save? Even temporary resist?
I am giving you a short opportunity to put things in order before Shackton is removed from the table.
Okay. He's going to sigh, quickly undo the buckle on the quiver, and throw it across the room. He is...
Ah!
I'm doing
Corvus.
my own
Corvus.
save for deciding on something.
Yeah, Corvus is going to stand up As he stands up, he has a metal ball in his hand.
Jax is actually grabbing onto the inner part of the arm of the right armor and ripping it apart. Effectively severing and making it so the armor is non-functional.
Moving sword from sheath.
Eliza is watching all of this with curiosity. She actually seems to look over at one of the ravens and goes, seems to be handling it somewhat better than I did, but there is some obvious problems arising here.
What's going on, Jack?
Mine is now almost not my own.
Do you need to be restrained?
More than that. And he's going to attempt to do ascending to Volta. I don't think it's going to work given where we are, but he's going to.
Yep, you will try to do ascending and you will find it does not go through. And as you're thinking of Alda, the wealth of knowledge there. Surely there's some way to transfer it to yourself. Oh, what you could give in return for that kind of longevity as well. If you could ascend yourself, there's plenty of workings on how to become a lich. Most quite gruesome, but worthwhile. You now have such a greater understanding of things. I mean, for one, you can think of at least 3 ways that the prison that you're building is flawed and could be easily fixed.
Jax is actually going to turn to look at his class, say, "Can I please ask a favor?
Yes, you may ask.
Can you please teleport me, just me, to Faramir?"
For me. Quite gladly. I'm sure none of you will object to your companion's request being carried out by me.
Why do you want to go to Furmere?
Because there is work there that needs to be done, and they can stop me if I try and do something.
I'll need to communicate with them.
Jax is also, as his other fun thing, reaching into his bag, pulling out his book that has all his notes, and would I have, before I fell down, known the rough direction Raziel was in?
Yes.
Cool, he's heaving it that direction.
Okay, it does go off course a bit, but Raz can quickly retrieve it.
It immediately hits Gifted in the face because she's
I hit-
right there now.
I'm gonna try and hit Angel Radio. I'm trying to get a hold of Ricky or Dadriel.
No comms.
Damn. I was gonna send
Welcome to
somebody
the
ahead to
Faraday
Furmere.
cage of the sub-basement.
Hate the Faraday cage of the fuzz basement.
Saxon, I'm going to restrain you now.
Do it.
He throws the metal ball and says, Gehalt. Iron bands expand and wrap around Saxon. Are you willing or are you resisting?
Willing.
All right, the bands will
Actually, I guess
snag.
that one would be Yuli's
For the
call.
moment, you are willing.
Okay, so the bands completely immobilize and restrain him. They are a DC 20 to break free.
Okay,
Strength.
Shaxton, as you are enwrapped by these, it is disconcerting having just enough of yourself left to see the crumbling happening within your own mind as years of, frankly, walls put up to deal with past events and traumas start to crumble.
Rip apart.
But, I mean, there's a bit of humour to it at the very least. And as Shaxton lets out a short, somewhat embittered laugh, one of Fowler's crows calls out, I wish for Shaxton Rotsculler to be teleported to the safety of Faramir sans his armaments. And Shaxton vanishes.
Where do I need to go in order to communicate with others outside of this place?
Outside of this place.
Where's the how far out? All the way out to up the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there a quicker
Oh.
route to get out?
I can give you a line of communication if you want.
Yes.
If you would allow.
She smiles brightly and goes, certainly. And she just snaps her fingers and then just motions for you.
Hands us an iPhone. This session has been sponsored by.
Make sure they know to look for him. I mean, I know you're going to do that all day, but you know.
Yes. I will
Oh.
go.
Oh no, he was our only communication with Father Ted.
I mean,
He made the communication
Bead.
bubble. We
yeah.
the bead. That was what we
I
had
mean,
for.
All they can
do
just
have.
sending to him straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a.
There is a question about what happens with the beads that we had, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Suddenly screaming, just nonstop screaming
Corvus
from
will
Shaxan.
pick up his bag and put it over his shoulder again.
But yeah, I will go as gestured or indicated.
Okay, so you're just informing Falda and such where to.
I will give Velda as brief as possible, but a bit of a dump as to
What's going
generally what he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
what potential effect that may have. In the sense that this could lead to insanity.
Velda,
He appears to be blind.
Velda, Shaxan teleported to you. Or to Furamir, I guess, because you won't say you. To Furamir recently
I guess
gazed
my
into
question-
forbidden knowledge and went insane. Might he help?
Am I being limited to the standard sending limits?
yes.
Okay.
It's basically
Take
opened the
a
line
quick
for you, but
second.
it is of your own power to send these.
Mhm.
However, I trust that you could fill it out in 25 words. You don't have to do it
Okay.
fully if you don't.
Since she opened it up, can I go over there? Can I hit Angel Radio there?
Yeah, no, you can certainly try that.
All right. I'm gonna relay to Rick Beal and Dadriel. Ricky, Dadriel, Shaxan, understood one of the bad obelisks from the bad place, and it has done horrible things to his mind, and he's blind now. We sent him to Furamir for Valda and them to hopefully take care of, but be wary of any requests from him. He is not of his right mind. That's what I'm gonna do, because I don't want Dad and Raz and Ricky getting pulled into something bad. Any other angels, please also be aware Shaxan Rotskala is not of his right mind.
You get a few affirmatives, including a very sad one from Dadriel. And as you do that, Eliza sort of snaps her fingers again, and Angel Radio is cut off.
I will nod. Thank you so much for that. I just didn't want my brother walking into something bad. If Shaxan were to call out to him, he would have went to them.
Does anybody else want to touch my spooky stone?
Why do you have it?
I already touched the spooky stone. It did nothing to me.
Anyone
No,
with
thank you.
the brightness to have magical aptitude?
Oh.
No, thank you.
Ow. Can I touch it? I'm not gonna read it. I just want to touch it.
My guest. And she's actually going to stand up again and starts walking towards you with her staff, supporting herself.
I'm just gonna walk around and just kind of look at it and go, so, like, if you put magic into it, does it do bad things like the other ones?
It eats it quite readily, yes.
Why does it eat magic?
So it's different.
Still
than
trying
the
to
other
figure
one.
that one out.
So this one eats magic. The thing we were given amplified magic.
Gifton is literally going to very lightly with the tippy tip of her finger.
You have some of
touch it.
the outer metal then.
Yeah, loads.
Out of character. Do we have it still?
Not
We don't
on
have
you.
it on us.
Well, yeah, I know we
Not
don't
on
have it
us.
on
Yeah.
us.
You do still possess it.
Okay. Not with us, but yes.
Hmm.
It created more of the crystalline structure in the area we used it on, so we have made sure to
Grandson sent it
not
to us.
not have it around.
Well, if
To
you
be
want to bring it
used.
here, I'm sure we could wipe out the whole lot in one fell swoop.
I'm supposed to use it to anchor the heavens so that way they don't fall when the gods die.
Probably doable as well.
Mm-hmm.
How about it? Cut this tale short. Be done with it all. Set ourselves free.
But there is so much to continue. So many lives.
Oh, they will go on. Just the big ones will be gone.
The
Sounds-
gods.
Might break a lot of things too.
Nothing
You're talking
that
about
the
the gods.
ingenuity of man cannot fix. Of course, I'm talking about the gods. And I suppose the god as well.
You can't hurt the dreamer. That wouldn't be right.
Right. I think...
What makes it more right than hurting anyone else?
I don't think it would. I don't know why. You know me, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Says the cave full of goblins.
But
Oh.
ow. Sorry, Corvus.
As I was actually shooting you a vicious glare, Corvus.
I do not think it is our intention to hurt anyone, but it appears we are coming to a head where someone will.
But I guess the question is, how do we know killing the gods would stop what's going on?
I don't think killing the gods was so much that is more to free us from their yoke, but, well, killing the greater entity, or killing is the wrong word, forcing upon it a state of reality where we are put outside and then it is removed from any power of us. Oh, that will free all of the trapped things. And the gods can enter their natural cycle and we can continue as real beings. Doesn't that sound great?
Grandson wanted to help us be real anyway.
Yes.
Why do we have to act against them?
The dreamer
Look,
seems to understand.
would you
Hey,
elaborate on this grandson thing?
Grandson, the dreamer
When
eventually exists at a state where we are real, and the dreamer is trying to communicate with us the things that we needed to do that, so that way it could happen, because the dreamer doesn't exist in the way that time exists, and the time doesn't move forward. Time moves in all sorts of different directions, and sometimes the dreamer is in the past, and sometimes the dreamer is in the future, and the dreamer appeared at a point, and they have apparently at some point become part of our world, and then they ran around with my kids a bunch, and so now they're my grandson, but they're not my grandson anymore, and they're not talking to me anymore, and they were writing to me all the time, and they're not writing to me.
Yes, they've entered our world a few times. I have one of them if you'd like to talk to it.
What?
I mean, right there,
Shit.
pointing.
Her eyes just drift over to you, Corvus, which is disconcerting considering they don't seem to see.
Wait, you have one.
Yes?
May I see it?
Yes. Come on. And she starts to hobble a bit faster towards one of the doorways here.
Does she have a cane or a staff?
She's using her staff to walk.
Okay.
A couple of the crows come down and alight on her shoulders as she moves.
I kind of
I'm gonna go land over on Raz and sit with Dingus.
As you land
Are
on
we
Raz,
meeting another...
you can feel how fucking tense he is.
Do I get the feeling we should just go?
Get the feeling that this is not a great place. And he actually looks over towards the unfailed window when he says that.
I kind of want to let him out. But I think that's bad because I would let him in here.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Corvus is going to go to that window. He kind of drifted away for a moment, try to separate from the conversation, but he's going to go to that window now.
When you
Through it.
start approaching that window, a couple of the crows caw at you, and Eliza does not turn to face you, but she does pause in her movement.
He doesn't pay attention to the crows.
Where
Or
do you think
ravens.
you're going?
I'm looking through your window, if you don't mind.
Be careful. Sometimes things look back and it's not pleasant.
I'm well aware.
Okay. Corvus. You move over to there, and out in this inky darkness, you do see shapes moving. Some disconcertingly shaped. Even your special eyes, look with your special eyes, have trouble mapping
Is this
them.
Is this like a porthole, or is this like a big bay window?
It's a great big like Gothic arch window.
Oh, so she's saying be careful, and she has a giant portal.
Well,
to
she
it.
has to pull one through every once in a while, you
Yeah.
know. Echo, maybe stay close to me and Raz, and away from the scary window.
She's gazing towards Corvus, and her eyes seem to linger on the window for a bit. She just slowly nods.
I'm just worried if anything comes through, I'd like to keep you safe.
If you'd like to examine one up close, I can bring one through for you.
He's gonna reach out with his telepathy.
That sounds
Okay,
Like we
you want
are
to reach
not
out
fine
with
with
your
that.
telepathy.
Mm-hmm. Just surface thoughts. But
Yeah,
you have
please
the
make
reins.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Telepathy is not really surface thought, it's just communication.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that plus 10 from?
Gifting, but
No,
that
gifting
was
in
just
range.
checked. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh no.
Which is a shame as that's a crit, but okay. The character retreats into his or her mind and becomes paralyzed. The effect ends if the character takes any damage. Corvus, the communication you receive back hurts. Not physically, but mentally your brain has to shut down to stop what it is receiving.
Oh man.
It is
like,
incompatible.
They would be completely incompatible with the dreamer. That's the whole point. The dreamer doesn't understand us.
Everyone
That
else,
would
you
really fuck you
see
up.
Corvus just suddenly halt. Sways
Corvus?
back and forth a little bit.
Corvus.
Echo's going to actually rush over to him then. And you just hear Eliza letting out a sort of exacerbated sigh.
He did something he shouldn't have, didn't.
How am I to know? He walked over there and now he's not moving. I did say things look back, but I didn't think something would look back quite so severely.
He
And
is a
Okay.
unique case.
she's walking over to Corvus. Echo is like sort of shaking Corvus's shoulder a bit to no effect. Eliza comes over and whaps him lightly on the head with her staff. You take a single point to damage, Corvus, which shakes you out of your catatonic state.
There's a half stumble correction of balance. And he then just glares at her.
Yes, your father gave that look to quite a few of his tutors as well.
You knew Corvus's dad? He's really nice.
He did. Bright mind. I was
He's
looking
really
forward to
smart.
following his career with, well, eagerness.
He's doing quite well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Got his son and his other son and his grandson. And he was helping us figure things out with when we were defending Faramir from the crazy hexes.
She, like, nothing has happened, Corvus. Basically offers her arm out to you as if, like, guide the blind lady. And she goes, "Did your father tutor you?"
No,
"Oh? Too busy, I imagine."
no, he wasn't busy. He was dead.
"Oh, but he got better?"
He wasn't dead. He was alive for a really long time. Wait, remember you lived in Tarnstead with him?
I remember. I know.
Oh,
He died. We found him again alive in a different body, in a different life, younger.
yeah. He has a younger body now.
Oh, cloning?
That's
Is-
what he said.
Ah, the clone
Is
spell is
that the
a
word?
wonderfully versatile spell.
He's very young and spry.
Yes.
Teaching goblins how to play trumpets. Is that what Echo said? Trumpets.
Wonderful.
Trumpets, trombones.
Did not know he had a
Yes.
musical bone in him.
Everybody does if you look deep enough. If you think about it, everybody's making a tune right now. Your hearts are beating. Well, except for Telday.
Question.
Hmm?
He can dance
out
though.
of vain curiosity, was I already here once before?
She frowns a bit, and one of the crows actually leans in closer to look at you. No?
Maybe not this face, hidden in a mask of armor.
He had a problem involving time travel where there were multiples of him.
And what mask, dear?
Kara, can you display the mask from your memory?
I'm going to actually, since I just got the ability to cast Silent Image, I'm casting the full body image.
Which one? The Mecha Corvus?
That could
Yes.
for this.
You see another crow coming on light near you, Carrick. Just starts peering at the image. Actually pecks at
It's
it a
full
couple of
size.
times.
It's full size
Yeah.
too.
And she goes, "No, not familiar with that."
If you don't mind us asking, has anyone besides us made it through the menagerie of puzzles lately? Besides the
Not all of the way.
legend?
I'd imagine never made it through. He saw us outside.
Ah,
Gotta go out for a breath of fresh air every now and then. Otherwise, you go quite mad down
Understandably.
here.
He's quite scared.
Oh, he should be.
He said that the cat man with you wanted to kill him.
Yes, fail. Even with his obedience, he never quite escaped his nature.
Cats are like that.
You
They
said you
are.
had one of these as well.
One of what, dear?
Those.
A cat?
He points to the mirror.
There's a cat?
Or to the window.
Are you talking about the dreamer that came through?
Yeah,
Corvus?
that as
Yeah.
well.
The avatar of the dreamer that was here?
Oh, yes, different things. Avatar the Dreamer, not one of those things.
You said
They
you had
seem-
one that you could show.
Oh, yes,
As
come
well.
on. And
She was going to show us until you distracted her.
You kind of went stiff as a board. You didn't look okay, and then she came over and rendered you aid with the back of her stick.
He cracks his neck and heals.
I can't see the healing because I couldn't see the damage. So
Yeah.
Corvus, do you have your mask
Mhm.
anywhere on you?
I do. It's buckled to my belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the crows lands on the sort of arm of the chair near you and starts actually pecking and tugging on it.
He will kind of What? And kind of
Oh,
move his hand.
yes, saw that a few times.
Saw that a few times.
Yes. You're carrying an item that I've seen a few times.
Was it on people trying to make it to you?
Well,
Or people coming through
had
where
a
the dark things are.
had a mild altercation with the gentleman in one of my trips into, well, not the what did you call this? And she points at the window.
The basement.
The
Basement.
Someone's
So-
banging on my door.
The first floor?
The empty.
Yes.
Your naming's very inconsistent.
I
We're
don't know
working with
where
very
the name came
limited
from,
information
so.
and speculations from everybody.
Well, I
Well,
suppose
it's
Give
kind
us
of-
some lead.
this is kind of the fall, isn't it?
Huh?
Oh, and so we're supposed to take your names for it then.
Oh gods, no.
Then you can be quiet about ours.
What?
I will not. This is my home, young man.
I like hearing about her names.
What?
Maybe her names are better than our names.
You know about the gentleman, yes? You must do. You've got the
Yeah, we know.
icky
We know.
ichor running through you.
Lady Gentle is a really nice friend of ours. She's a knowledgeable librarian.
Very sensible one, that one.
Yeah, she's very kind to us. But she's the only good one.
No, two. Only good two.
Yeah, well, there was two, but one of them got the mind worms and didn't do so good. So we're not sure how that one did. The one with the mind worms disappeared. Did you run into the one with the mind worms?
She nods.
Are they doing okay?
No, quite dead.
Oh, so there's just the one now, right?
Was quite
Okay.
good friends with the fellow wearing your mask.
They put the mind worms into her.
What? Wearing my mask.
Few times.
The other version of you.
Gentleman in the empty wearing your mask. About your height, your hair colour, your tone of
Your
voice.
Vaguely you. But not you. Maybe you.
Reeked of discontinuity.
Corvus rubs his hands on his temples.
He just pats your forearm gently. It's like, I know, it's vexing, isn't it?
You're vexing.
And she starts to chuckle to herself as she resumes her walk towards the doorway.
Corvus, don't be flirting with that lovely old lady. You're gonna
He's a
make
cheeky
Echo
young man.
jealous.
I don't think I'm jealous of that.
You aren't? Okay. I'm good.
It's
I'm still watching out for you.
being rude to somebody flirting.
I'm not sure with Corvus. It might be. Him and Cassie always had this weird relationship. We thought they were
Corvus,
flirting.
Echo's going to take your arm in hers. She looks you up and down and just goes, "You're scruffy," and smiles.
I haven't shaved in a while.
Oh, that was adorable. I'm definitely sure that was flirting.
I'm good at flirting.
You are the best.
When she takes his arm, like Raz, him being tight, Corvus is also tight.
Mhm.
There's also trembling.
And she,
Oh, good. So the old lady's feeling that too, then.
Nah, she's let go of Corvus. Done with
Oh.
that now. Echo's just gonna like sort of moving close with you, Corvus, and if you follow her, Eliza will lead you through her lair, for lack of a better word of it.
This is terrifying for now.
Oh no, she has lair actions.
Oh no.
Hoping out of hope because doesn't understand this place. But since Echo is next to me and she shares a similar language, I can speak with her telepathically.
Mhm.
What is your take on this?
Unfortunately, that means you can talk to her telepathically. She talks verbally.
I know. I'm gonna express that. We can talk later about it, but I don't like anything that she is doing or saying. I don't understand.
Echo's just gonna smile at you and give a little shrug of her own.
Do you have any things to add from your own experiences? And squeeze my arm if you say yes.
You get a sort of a squeeze that stops a bit as you see a confused look across her face, and she tilts her head, and she seems to be thinking.
Not sure how to respond to that question. It was very open-ended.
She wants to make this the reality, to force the reality upon you, the dreamer. Go against everything.
If she tries to hurt... She closes her mouth.
Going against everything that it wants to do, wants to learn, but is going to be shoved in its face. She wants to kill the gods. She wants to rudely bring reality to the dreamer. And what she's calling this,
My brother clearly desires reality, but it sounds like she's going to hurt him. I don't want that.
I know, that's what it feels like.
I think she's a bad person.
I'm also intrigued that there were other versions wearing this mask, but weren't things similar to the Corvus of before. I don't know if
Totally
they're the
had
same
been
ones.
the progression of Corvus that led up to the point, because it seemed like his penultimate thing was he became that. So,
or it led up to it, or what?
Or they were
Or
the
if
other
it's a
copies from other
separate group.
timelines.
yeah.
Or it's something that I maybe create. I don't know.
Yeah, she pets your hand lightly, and this is all held while you're walking along. The corridors here do seem to wind a bit. Whether this is some sort of deliberate thing to make attacking this place hard, or whether it's her construction is shaky because of her mental state.
The Winchester house?
It's actually just the fact that she can't see, so she thinks she's going straight.
Yeah.
There's a corridor that just winds.
Drift.
Yeah.
There's also like
Everything
the
seems to
fact
head
that
to the left.
One of her legs is just slightly shorter than the others.
So always a drift to something.
Also, everything's like, it seems like every once in a while a raven might have turned its head slightly while they were trying to do some spells.
However, as you are moving through these corridors, at one point, you do see a figure emerge from a doorway in this hallway. Seems to be a dwarf, judging by their height and build. They've got a very long beard, as is typical, ponytail that's braided. Some rather nice armor, like very, very finely made. And they just smiled at you all as you come on by, give you all a merry wave. And you get a welcoming hello in response before they sort of
Guten Tag!
they laugh at your accent, and
yes.
before they just look to Eliza and ask whether the reservoirs need to be tended to at all, and she just shakes her head. And they just nod and head on off without much else comment.
At least you're not here by yourself. She's got veil.
She actually, her head turns towards the figure, even though it's not quite a perfect follow. She seems to be following the footsteps, although the ravens fix their gaze on it quite firmly. And there's just a sad expression on her face and goes, "Oh, mostly alone still. Mostly alone. must introduce you to Halligan, though. He has kept me some wonderful company, just me and him since through Phoenix. And she just sort of claps her hands together a couple of times as if trying to get her thoughts orientated.
First
Wait.
Finax. Halligan. Yeah, wait, I saw the whole thing from Legend Lore. Was that person really familiar to me?
Yes, you saw them in the last stand holding bravely as Uskas escaped, stopping the onslaught of the horrible breaking out of the sub-basement.
Wait, when you were in the bad place and the things were erupting out of the portals and stuff like that, didn't they stay behind when you escaped?
Well, she
'Cause-
seems to only be half listening to you, just watching after where this figure left, and just goes, "Still don't think I got his nose quite right."
Oh. Oh.
Still, good attempt. Yes.
Tree.
What was I showing you? Fruvenex? No.
No, you were gonna show us the dreamer?
Yes. Oh, why are we in this corridor then? And she just pulls out a set of keys and opens up one of the nearby doors. And just
You have Ferrofinax here too? The white dragon?
yes, keeping her safe.
Is she okay?
Oh,
Is she-
no, quite mad.
Oh.
But suspended right now. I'm going to fix that.
Okay. We won't say hello?
You could come see her. I'm sure she would appreciate visitors if she knew that they were there.
Hmm.
And I'm sure young Halligan is tending to her, so good opportunity to meet as well. Bit of a mentor to him, you know.
Yeah, he was with you too. He was the tiefling?
Yes. Quite a bit of demonic blood in that one.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh no. Very good bargains his family made. Potent magic. You could have advanced so far.
Well, let's see the dreamer real quick, and then we can go meet your friend Halligan, okay?
Yes. Please come in. And you can follow into this room, which looks kind of a lot like Corvus's basement, actually.
We give
Great, we're gonna get murdered in somebody
murder
else's
base.
murder basement.
There is a sort of great big medical style curtain hanging up in the middle of the room. But she waves her staff and it just sort of sweeps itself aside. And you see what appears to be like a fully dissected being there. Most of it's in jars. Some of it is like between looks like sheets of glass.
What have
When you say
done?
being,
I say being because if anyone wants to identify it, I will need medical checks.
that is, the level I was looking to understand, and yes, the next question I was gonna ask.
I rolled a 0.
Right,
Come on, you have like a plus something on that.
Gifton's gonna hide her face.
Carrick and Corvus, you think that this is a okay. Carrick. Yeah, Carrick. Carrick and Corvus. You actually think that this is a elf of some variety. Cassie and Telday, you would actually go to greater lengths of identifying this as what would be considered a high elf.
Corvus will pat Echo's arm and walk forward.
I was actually just
basically-
looking a bit curious.
Okay.
This was a living being.
Once, yes. Most beings were.
I'm guessing your assumption was that it was being inhabited.
No.
Where did
I
you
would-
find it?
Back alleyway of
Why would you
a.
do this to them? It's not an it, it's a person.
She actually looks momentarily confused and goes, but why wouldn't I do this to them? They weren't using their body.
They were dead?
Yes.
Oh. So you didn't kill them?
No.
Do you
Then how did
know
you know
what-
they were the dreamer then?
Oh, Vale had been observing them.
Vale didn't kill them, did they?
Vale said they didn't, but I'm not quite sure that's true.
How long?
How long what?
Long ago.
Oh, how long ago? What's the current year?
I'll rattle off the year because I don't know if you ever figured out.
Yeah,
what year it was.
she says the sort of count backwards in her head a bit and goes, about 5 years or so?
Do you know their name?
Henry. Unusual name for an elf. I think it was an
Where?
alias. Oh, the continent most of you are from.
Barast?
No, the other side.
Noran?
Yes, that one. Tragic. What happened to it?
But you did this because the dreamer was present.
I wanted to see if
Using
there was
this-
anything different about it.
It did not reanimate.
Most things don't.
This one does, with a slight gesture towards Corvus.
Actually, we don't know when had that happen.
Did
yet.
we? I thought it had happened at least once.
It happened during the you saw Corvus fall down and lay motionless for some time, but he didn't kind of crawl back up to his feet during the first dragon fight.
Yeah,
There was a time where he-
most times where he's died, he's just been resurrected.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Through Revivify.
Yeah.
The only time he actually popped. Yeah, he hasn't like died and activated his
Revenant-like thing.
Revenant. Yeah.
Okay, then strike that.
Yeah. And
He doesn't even know that he can do that.
it's medical science, you know.
I will ask the question. Did you find anything that was different? They seem just like a normal elf?
It's utterly mundane, unfortunately. Kept it around because, well, I may have missed something. There's re-examination now and then.
You medically examined them?
Yes.
What killed them?
Oh, a knife. Puncture wound. Quite quick. Severed. Then she taps the back of her neck.
They were murdered.
Yes. Happens a lot behind city bars and such.
Corvus is just looking over the body, like getting all the details he can of the body.
Mhm.
Just trying to put it to memory. Facial features, structure, stuff like that.
Facial features is tricky.
It's been
I
peeled up.
was wondering.
Goals missing? The
I
head?
think she peeled
Most
the
of the
skin
skin
off.
is separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
To attempt to make a
Did
shrunken
you
head.
try to talk with it after its decease?
Yes, I did indeed. Seemed to have very vague recollection of who it is.
As one would expect from that.
But
It's
you
not
know these
really-
things. Have you talked to any?
Dead?
I have.
Yes.
But their dreamer aspects.
Yeah, I
Yes.
talked to one back in Zaha about 10,000 years ago.
Oh, really? What was it like? It
It was-
reaches back that far, does it?
It was really cheeky.
I mean, the dreamer has always been.
They were teasing me a bit, but they were really glad to get to talk to me, and they said that they hoped that I'd be nice to them because because they wanted to make sure that we were all friends, and they were really happy to see me, and they hoped that everything that they were telling us was helping, because they were trying to help us find a way to defeat Morgani, and kill the gods.
Sorry, was that heal or kill?
Heal.
Yeah. It was a kill the gods.
Oh, same page then. That's a surprise.
They want to get us out into reality and help, and they said that was the path that has to be, and they told us a lot of other things, and then they were teaching us about how to work the metal that came from the fireplace. And then they taught me how to whistle so I could talk to the light creatures from Hayes continent.
So why doesn't it just let us out?
Because it needs to understand us, because it can't make us compatible unless it understands us. And it really needs its aspects to help it understand. So its aspects are going everywhere trying to live lives, and then when they die, they go back to the dreamer and give all their information to the dreamer, and that helps the dreamer understand how to put us together, so that we will be compatible out there. So we don't just...
So you say there's an alternative to killing it?
It wants to help.
Interesting.
Didn't say to kill it.
Listen, terms, when applied to altering any aspect of that beast, are very hard to define. When I say kill, I mean more the aspect that's controlling us. The greater whole, I don't think there's any chance of doing so, but you have to think in...
To kill the dream, then, is what you mean.
Sort of. It's one and the same.
It wants us to be safe so that it can wake up.
Probably doesn't want to repeat its mistakes.
Yeah, probably that too. And its siblings are very worried about it, and they're calling for it.
There are more of them.
It up. Yes.
Is that why she's not quite right?
Corvus is looking up at Gifton.
What?
Just shakes his head, goes back to looking at this body. Is it all like physically here? Component wise, heart, liver, lungs, intestines.
Frustrated looking.
Yes, some of it's in that chest there,
in the
but
jars, yeah. But you found nothing that was missing. Nothing anomalous.
Minus a rib.
I was just say probably where the knife went.
Missing a rib?
Missing a rib.
Huh.
Was there something
letting
somebody get to the rib?
No, I think it's just a genetic
abnormality.
Yes.
Well, the dreamer that I knew back in Zahat was a turtle, and their name was Zara, and they were very nice.
Oh, you see. 10,000 years ago.
Can I make a sleight of hand and poke what is left of this body with one of those shards that he has in his pocket?
All of it is in something.
Oh, never mind.
I have a piece of paper that lets me write to grandson, which is another dreamer aspect. And he took us into the empty, but the empty wasn't empty. It was full of stars and everything. And it felt different, and it wasn't spooky, and there wasn't the dark place anymore.
Oh.
And he said everything was whole and that we would be okay.
May I see it?
It was... Yeah. I showed my piece of paper.
And she's coming over in that very old lady, I'm going to grab that thing way.
Mm-hmm.
Does it still have the original writing on it?
It has all my writing on it. I also have the separate ripped pieces too.
The writing doesn't go away.
I wasn't sure if it actually did.
It doesn't work anymore though, because I wrote on it and he didn't respond.
She takes it from you, flicks it over in her fingers a couple of times. Before goes, mind if I examine it magically?
Sure.
Are any of you sensitive to languages not of this realm?
Are you speaking like
If
true
if
Enochian?
if it's Enochian or
Something more basic than that.
oh, I should be all right.
I've only had issues with true Enochian spoken by angels, so.
Okay, right. She starts speaking the primordial tongue of creation for this setting, which hurts anybody that has not covered their ears is going to need to make me a intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, my lowest save. Got it.
Do we get Gifton's bonus still?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Hi.
Wow, look at Gifty.
Where's the plus 12?
Oh, look at Carrick.
That would be my bonus, but I guess I don't get it.
Yep. Not as high as the DC as communicating telepathically with the horrible things. So Gifton and Carrick can make it. The rest of you are just overcome with a sense of nausea, dizziness, a little bit of what do you call it? Ennui. There is a sort of mild disconnection, as if things don't seem quite real for a moment.
Oh no, Dingus is throwing up.
Oh yeah, Dingle is not happy.
How's Raz doing?
Let's roll it for Razzie, Dazzy.
On the plus side, Merrick hasn't been brought back. So
Angels are not
because-
immune to this thing, including X ones.
I take it even though we passed, we still feel.
How did you learn how to speak
something
that? That's
different.
amazing. I guess that would be in your notes.
Oh,
Raz, no.
oh
Don't throw
God.
up. Don't throw
um,
up. Don't throw up. I'm pinching your ear. That'll make it better.
This is a feeling I have not experienced in some time.
yes.
What happens? How does Telltale go?
Short circuiting.
Oh,
No, I assume that it's a
Fluids are out of order.
spiritual
yeah, it just feels wrong.
thing. So yeah.
It just feels wrong.
I learned that through sorting through things in my head for many years. Your Shaxton fellow might be able to do that eventually.
Oh, that's good. I guess.
If he doesn't do something
Bad.
bad.
Oh.
Can't wait for him to start composing poetry in that.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Folder.
I turned out fine, she says, standing before the dissected corpse of somebody.
I
look
mean,
over at this and see this is nothing different than what Corvus
shrugged,
does.
he's like,
So
okay.
Yeah, at least it's in a murder basement like it's supposed to be.
Would you like to come see for Roof and Axe?
Sanitized.
yeah, let's see for next. Can I have my paper back?
Oh yes, I was casting a pen and paper. 1 second. And she's actually going to look
Does
at the
it
paper,
again, and everyone
expecting
throws up.
this,
it seems disconnected, out of sequence.
Oh.
There's threads, you could call them, I suppose, branching off possibilities. It's almost as if it's uncertain which one it's on.
Oh. So maybe we made a decision and now there's no grandson?
Oh, possibly, but it's not completely gone. Here you go.
Thank you. Wrap it back up.
Right.
Alright, let's go meet your Ferrofanax. And what did you say the young gentleman's name was?
Oh,
Elgin.
Halligan, but
Halligan?
he will insist on his first name,
which is
Hollishan.
Hollishan? Hollishan?
I know it's a terrible alliterative name.
Hollishan Halligan?
Yes.
Hollishan. Is that a Hexenreich name?
She gives you a blank stare.
seems to be. Unless someone
Does that
decided to
have
take one.
any connotation in Hexenreich?
Hollishan.
I don't know. I've never cared about names.
No, Corvus is asking you.
Oh, you're asking.
It's got that
The
black
player
card.
is
Black
asking
card
you.
one
Marcus
came
is
with it.
asking.
Yes. That's the name of Mark Cronus. Fuck.
Oh,
Blackheart's
yeah.
character. Yeah.
It was actually random name generated.
Yeah.
There's actually I don't
Okay,
believe anything
okay.
behind
Yeah.
it. Because I couldn't come up with German
Right.
names, so I just used a German
She
name.
leads you off again. This time, once back into the winding halls, until you are led to what looks to be it might have been like a dining hall. It's not gigantic, but it's fairly large. It's say about 40 by 40 feet. Large high ceiling. There appears to be the remnants of a overturned table on which is perched a large white dragon who appears to be lashing out with their claws towards something. They appear to be just frozen in time. In front of them, as you enter the room, you actually see a what's clearly a tiefling, quite handsome actually. They have a sort of set of ram horns, a sort of long demonic tail, quite classical. They are wearing just some simple plain clothes, but even those just look nice on them somehow. And most of you are perceptive enough to notice that they lack any kind of shadow. But they appear to just be sort of going over this frozen dragon with a cloth, making sure that they're clean, spick and span.
Guten Tag.
There is a brief flash of flame in a fist as they whirl around.
How again?
Before that fades at the sight of Usglass accompanying you all. And with a somewhat uncertain look, they go, Guten Tag, what are you? Who are these people, Usglass?
We came here looking for help, but I'm not sure that is viable. But hi,
They solved my dungeon.
Yeah, that was horrifying. So, very sorry about your friend. I hope she gets better soon.
He looks a little downcast at this. He looks up at her with what's not a romantic love, but there is clear love, admiration in that gaze. And yes, he does look forlorn. Yes,
it's a fondness because he thought of her kind of like a mother.
Yeah. She'll get better. Yes, she will.
Yeah.
Is this a recent affliction?
Yes, quite recent, within the last year or two.
That happened to a lot of the dragons everywhere. Carrick and his grandma and his wife, I think, are the only dragons we know of that haven't gone crazy.
Yeah, she started to act erratic, and then, well,
yeah,
Yes.
a lot of them got very upset, and you could tell they didn't want to do it, but they also wanted to do it because of the crazy in them. You know, there was a conflict.
We'd reach down here, freak.
May I ask what sort of assistance you have come here for?
This is Cassiopeia Steelshot. Her father was kidnapped by what are they called? Mind layers?
It's
Mind layers.
Players.
They took her father after the airship went down, and the only thing that they want in trade for her father back is Cassie used to be a Nephilim, if you know what that means. Anyway, so her corrupt angel essence is somewhere in that blackness back there, and they want that in trade.
Yeah. His eyes flick to Cassie, and these are bright golden eyes, sort of slitted like a cat. And they actually stare at you rather intensely, Cassie, and it's just a expression on his face as if this were 20 odd years ago, he would have probably been fascinated by this. But clearly there's a drive that's gone, lost.
Right back at him once she realizes he's giving her this glare.
It's not glaring.
It's not a glare. It's just kind of a dead look.
She is older than she looks.
But we were also trying to find information and help because we were put on a task by the Dreamer. We've been helping Faramir at their behest and trying to work with some metal from outside the stars. And anyway, we were supposed to help Faramir do a bunch of things, and Carrick, the Dreamer, about trapping Morgani and putting Shaxan was supposed to be here for this part.
The
Tiamat project.
The plan is to return the
First
dragons and Morgani together to try to make a whole being again.
That's your plan? Usglass asks.
That's what came up with to save Morgani instead of killing her, because people were worried about destroying magic being a bad thing.
There was also the fact of otherwise we'd have to deal with the other first dragons, and dealing with the physical was
taxing.
And the heaven.
Yes.
And the heaven falling, yeah.
And
well, I suppose reuniting her with her children, that could lend some stability to her mind. Fractured gods no good, you know. She poured a lot of herself into making them. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We learned that.
And she used some of the stars from the outside.
Yes,
right?
yes. She was able to peek beyond the veil. She didn't use literal stars. This is an impossibility, but...
No, but she was able to get outside.
Yes.
Out.
She is the closest to the dream.
She got like threads of what's there. But anyway, we have the mental and the spiritual of the first dragons currently on our side to help with that project. And one of the things we wanted to get is we've made a cage for catching and keeping a god in it, but we need to know if it will work. So we wanted something big and powerful to put in it for a test. So we thought when we went in here to go looking for the deep dark place where these things might be, that we might also get one for testing the cage, because that might be, they're pretty powerful, right?
That's not a good idea. Heddigan starts to speak up, but Eliza just taps her chin and goes, "I'll play you for it."
What?
Play?
Yes. A game, a match.
Oh, I'm really good at hopscotch.
I'm really good at chess.
Oh.
Again?
Split the difference. We'll play cards.
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 There was another reason we came.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
We were all sent actually to find you by the Reaper. That
yes, me.
Yeah.
You said that already. Do you think I'm some kind of forgetful fool?
She wanted us to come find you, and also, well, Helligan. I mean, sorry, how I can't say his name. Hollishan. Helligan.
Start calling him Holly. It'll be great.
Anyway, but yeah, we were sent for that purpose, and also we were told you had all the research notes that were about these creatures and the empty and all that stuff, and we were trying to get all that together because we were trying to.
Father.
Well, not from Corvus's father, just hers, because it was actually Eliza von Oozglass's. But the dreamer, the gentleman had stolen her research notes, and then she got her research notes back,
bastards.
and we were trying to find the research notes, but then we found out that they had them, but then they didn't have them, and that you have them again. So we wanted to copy.
She smiles broadly at that. I do.
Yep.
I made them pay.
Because we talked to my friend, which is is Turiel, and Turiel told us about that.
She looks over to you, Corvus, and just goes, "Don't ever get caught in a regenerative cycle, by the way."
What does that mean?
I'm being caught on the edge of death. Just healing up enough to die painfully again and again and again and again.
I'm assuming you afflicted somebody in that state.
I did need to find my notes.
Are they still dying?
Oh, no. I'm cruel.
Oh, you got your notes back. So yeah. Oh, so you were talking about playing a game. All right. So you're not down for hopscotch. Do you know any good card games?
I know quite a few.
You know quite a few. Okay. But you said you know chess. I know chess a bit, but I've only just started playing.
Yeah, when you talk about card games, she looks almost despondent. Mention the chess, she actually perks up and goes, "Chess, yes, but Heligan won't play with me anymore.
Why won't you play with her?
She cheats."
So?
I don't cheat. You just don't appreciate my moves.
Sounds like she wins with enthusiasm.
That's one way to put it. Come on.
Are they not viable moves by normal rules?
You just don't understand the game well enough. And she glares at Heligan.
That's what I tell Raz all the time when I move my pieces.
Perhaps the two of you should play each other then.
Should get extra points when you throw the horses away.
Suppose technically they already have.
I mean,
Your
she didn't have the
research
ability.
notes, is this privy to winning the game as well?
What? Oh, no, I've already offered those.
But what would we be playing for if we win? What do we get?
Oh, just Nephilim's other bit.
Okay, and if you win,
Ah. She actually seems to look down as if she's having to think very
Good thought on that part.
carefully about this.
second game.
She might actually say,
Quick gift and offer her a hug.
I would like... You don't need to eat and breathe, right? She looks at you, Telde.
I do not.
So you could play chess for quite a while.
Conceivably.
Oh.
How long would you wager for him to stay here and play chess with me?
She does not have that power.
You do not hold the license for your automata?
What?
He,
He's not an
Automaton is
automata.
his own person.
He is a soul affixed to a engine. It is a bit of Hexenreich research that was inflicted upon the Fae. They were siphoning out spirits of the Fae and fixing them to bodies.
Oh, that finally happened, did it?
Yep. Telde here is one of the victims of that.
Oh, grand! Congratulations!
Just standing there.
Oh, damn!
So you need Telde. How much time would you acquiesce if we lost?
I do not believe I can spare any time at this moment.
Oh.
Were we to complete our task, I could likely spare more.
Echo slowly puts her hand up.
Corvus shakes his head.
She slowly lowers her hand.
I'm gonna nod at her slightly.
Her hand goes up again hesitantly.
Do you have a question, Echo?
No?
Are you offering?
I'd like to learn how to play chess.
I could teach you how to play chess. I'm really good.
No, I could teach her how to play chess if I win.
I was half expecting Raz to say something.
I want to play chess.
Okay.
How many games of chess can you play at once? It sounds like.
What, me? Oh, so I could play all of you at once.
I will politely decline because I am not a
I've been
much of a
learning
chess player.
because I was reading in my book on leadership that a lot of good leaders learn strategy and improve their thinking by playing chess. So I have been having Raz play with me. I have a perfect score.
You are quite good at chess,
Then
though.
I want to play you.
I have a 0.
Well, no, maybe I should play her. Just pointing at Cassie.
It is her.
Do you play chess?
Her father at stake.
Out of character, I don't have any gaming abilities, but is this
I
a
play
just a character
chess.
thing? Can I be heard?
Yeah.
You can indeed.
Does it have to be a...
Having a base knowledge of chess would be helpful.
Well, I don't have the gaming set proficiency, so I would
Well,
take that
I
as...
don't-
She doesn't care.
Am
That doesn't-
I going? I can.
Well, I don't...
I think this is going to be a
I'm as
player,
novice as
a
you
challenge
get
for the player,
because-
not a challenge for your skills. So,
Yeah.
so if Toby, if you
I'm-
feel like you want to do chess, do
I
chess.
can play chess.
Okay.
I am considering offering up a horrible idea, but if it's going to be player-based, it's a really horrible idea.
Is it an actual active interactive game of chess?
No, it's everybody plays her in separate games at the exact same time, and if one of
mean,
us wins, we
I-
get what we wanted, and if she wins everything, then...
I technically brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
accepted as an
Oh,
option.
yeah.
So
Carrick did say he might decline. Good. Probably.
Yes.
an
Raz,
option.
will you
But it
play
was not
too?
stated the stakes in the exact sense, but yeah.
Raz, would you play too?
He looks at Eliza and just shrugs and goes, "Sure."
If
You
she
want
is
to
so
play
confident.
all of us then.
Oh, the more the merrier.
All right, let's do it. And if we lose, who is volunteering to spend time with Eliza von Oostglass playing chess? I could do it. I
Echo
guess.
slowly puts her hand back up.
I don't.
I will
My
do
hand
it.
up. All right, we have volunteers, so we'll deal with that when we get there.
Marvelous.
How much time would it be?
A day.
A day? A day isn't that long. Okay. 1 day. Got it. 24 hours.
Which day?
What day is it?
I rattle off the date. Keenmine, go.
Yeah, I could do it. I have a special ability to always know what time it is.
Tomorrow?
All right, tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're
Agreed.
playing.
If we win, can we still come play with you sometimes though?
If you can solve my puzzle maze.
Are you gonna
Again?
change it again?
She nods.
What if we come through the back way?
Dragon, did I put in a back way?
What if we knock at the front
yes,
door and
you
go,
did.
we're here to play chess?
I guess you could use the back way. How do you know about the back way?
Oh, I was just assuming we'd come through the window where all the thingies were.
No.
We'd not go through there.
A back way would be much better.
No,
It
don't
just seemed
do that.
prudent that you would have a back way.
Corvus ponders. That's actually a pretty good idea to come through her place through the basement.
Gifton tapping her head, always thinking.
Come through
Anyone
the
who would
basement.
want to follow you through is stupid.
All right, let's play.
Okay. Come on. And she actually seems to have a excited old lady jig in her step now.
Oh, she's dancing her way across the table.
And you hear her sort of mumble, "King to win me," as she leads you off to what looks like to be just a little study, and there is a chessboard that is already set up in there. It looks like it is on a little rotating plinth, and it looks like she might play herself sometimes.
Oh.
But she will sit.
Oh, your chess set's really nice looking.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's it's lovely. These are carved from, look, you see the black ones? Black dragon scales. Donated, of course.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. And then she
And
picks
white
up the
dragon
white
scales?
set and she looks sad again.
Oh, was that from your friend?
What? No, they're just ivory.
Oh, okay. Dingus has really pretty scales when he goes dragon. But you
Dingus hisses.
So pretty.
You get that meatball, not my scales. I'm not game.
You wouldn't give me scales for a game?
Right, who's first? All at once. I only have one board.
We only have one board. Cassie, did you want to go first?
Yeah, I guess I can.
Right. White or black?
You're the host. You get to choose whether to go first or second.
Oh, I will go second.
Okay. Then I guess I am white.
Okay.
Hey, she's got a board.
Yep. She has a board.
Okay.
So the important thing to note, Sam actually has never played chess. Sam doesn't know the rules to chess. And Sam's excited to be here.
Don't worry. The best way to play chess is by not knowing what you're doing.
So what we're understanding here is Carrick and Gifted are actually in opposite boats, where Carrick doesn't know how to play chess, but the player does.
Yes.
Cass.
If you
Yeah.
play for Gifted, I'd appreciate it.
White done.
A cunning move.
They're meeting in the middle.
So, how did you all get started on this little escapade of yours?
The current idea or just general venturing?
Oh, well, you know, everything.
There was a kid with an arrow in his foot.
But more the current idea, you were led here by a kid with an arrow in his foot.
No, that was...
No, he's talking about the fact that most of us became friends because our town
Is there a
burned down.
second pawn
And
there?
right before it happened, there was a kid. What?
There's a spare pawn on the board for some reason.
There was a thing, and then we kind of got on this big thing, and then there was this really secret naughty thing going on where a certain number of the gods wanted to kill all the other gods and themselves, and they were trying to figure out how to do that, and then it got into this really weird thing, and then an alternate reality failed, and some people died, and then we had to relive things, and it got really traumatic, and then a bunch of things happened, and then we went back in time, and then it got weird.
That's strange.
And then we made friends with the Dreamer because the Dreamer keeps talking to Corvus and Carrick in the Empty because it really likes them.
Check.
Yes, that's quite good.
The Dreamer calls Carrick the pretty one.
Okay, who's next?
Well, so Gift is
moved
going
north to go
next,
south.
played by Carrick. Please go for it, Blackheart.
You move north to go south. The board routes around, and you know
That
that.
was only a check. That wasn't a mate.
She has declared herself the winner. She looks quite happy about the fact as well. Also, she took one of your pawns.
Yeah.
She did take one of the pawns.
There wasn't an extra pawn. That's what I thought.
That was an in-character muttering, by the way. White or black theory?
I want to play black.
Oh, okay. And she spins the board, so black is facing you. And then she taps it.
Am I actually playing?
You're playing for me.
Okay.
I don't know how to play chess.
She taps the chin, and she is going to.
Unless you want me to sit here and look at a rules manual the whole time.
But on that,
Come on, I can do it.
After what she
Blackhearted for me.
did with the king to me, she said king to me to win. Corvus is watching what she does as far as her movements, trying to keep track, see if there's any sort of
Pattern.
oddities or patterns.
But yeah, we made friends with the Dreamer traveling around, and we were learning a bunch of things. And then I purified the Fae because there was like this weird stuff with the Fae, and it got rid of a bunch of the madness and stuff like that. And then we
Oh, the
were-
remains of the split god. Yes.
Yeah, I healed some of it. I was told there's more of it over here in Ninnis Aflac, but we don't really have time for me to do anything about that because we have to work on the Morgani thing. And then we were getting ready to get going to Hexenreich to try and figure out what was going on over here with the refugees and everything, and take the medal to again to our friend Valda and them over in Furmir. But then people got really worried about the fact that if Morgani dies, then magic goes away because there's no guarantee that we're going to have magic. And we had a big meeting with all the gods, and the gods were like, we're not really sure if we're going to let mortal races have magic anymore. And then they were trying
detestable
to
beings.
they told us that they wanted us to kill Morgani, and they're gonna make us their avatars and have us go fight Morgani. And so Heia's fighting right now against Morgani all by herself, and it's getting bad. But they wanted us to go kill Morgani, and then they had like a big vote, and Carrick and the Morgani angels didn't want Morgani to die, so we were trying to find a way to save Morgani.
Carrick.
Will make her not crazy.
Yes.
After you move your knight, one of her ravens actually flutters down onto the board. Not knocking all the pieces all over, but it's that thing where, you know, when they get misaligned from the grid a bit. And she actually goes shoo shoo shoo, and the raven flutters off with one of your rooks.
Oh, that's mine. Hey, give that back.
And
I'm just playing.
yeah,
So.
Gifton.
Yeah, Gifton's on the board. Give that back.
Oh, my turn. Yes.
No, my rook. They took my rook away.
No, it's right there.
No, it's not. It's
Yes.
the other one, the one on the right.
There's no right rook. You've lost
No,
it.
I'm gonna go across the board. I'm gonna take her right rook, and that's going up where mine is, sir.
He scowls at you.
Again.
That's a filthy move.
That's mine now. I'm gonna go. Raz, can you make it black for me?
Raz looks a little wary, but he will cast a minor spell. Yeah.
Thank you.
Gifton.
Yeah?
In your head, nonsensical moves. Do nonsensical moves.
And then she steps her chin a bit and goes, aha, I have it. She hops that over, takes that, then she hops that to there and takes that.
Like kickers.
Oh, I know how that works. Okay.
Be a fae.
Like that. And then I take your guy.
Ah, damn. I was
She scowls.
I'm under illusioning again.
Uh-huh.
That's now a black knight.
But this one?
Oh, this is back.
It's a black knight, yeah.
Now they're on my team. See?
And that's a check.
Ah. Didn't see that one coming.
Okay, whose turns next? Whose turns next? This is fun. I like playing with loose glass.
But it was one lose, right?
One lose, one win, right?
What was the bargain if I lost once?
Yeah, she said.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still keep playing
Oh,
if you would like to play the
Marvelous.
rest of us, but we
Do you
have
not
gotten.
want- do you not want to play with anyone?
She will happily let you guys play some more. Which, for brevity, she will sit each of you down in turn. Those that are willing to play with her. Raz actually seems to find this immensely frustrating because he enjoys chess quite genuinely.
And she cheats.
She cheats too blatantly, is what he would say.
I don't know if
blatantly
it's,
and also makes moves that are just like, what the Christ are
I
you doing?
don't know if it's cheating as much as playing a different kind of chess,
She
like
took
checkers. It's Chinese chess. There we go. Because Chinese checkers is different rules.
Gifton's just having to try to resist the urge. At one point, she wants to true polymorph one of the pieces into like a butterfly and let it fly away.
You don't want to ride one of the horses?
No, horses are scary.
You could try polymorph in the clop.
Right.
I do like clop.
Let's see. Young Centaur girl, it's your other half, yes?
What?
you're winning.
Yeah. We need my.
Do you have a means to contain it?
No, we do not. That was why we were looking
Can
for
it
your
just be
research
put
notes.
Back?
Can you what?
Can it be put back?
Oh, I suppose so.
I mean, that might make it a little hard to
I don't
give
think
over.
it was specifically that we had to give it to him. We had to bring it to them.
Well, you're the one that made the deal, so I wouldn't know.
I'm trying to remember the exact wording right now.
They did want
thought
it
you said
delivered
you-
to them.
Delivered.
Raziel just, goes, they wanted it.
They don't want to just you to have it and you be there.
Are you
Good job.
considering attempting to break the deal and betray them?
You do recall that was like the worst thing to do to them.
I wasn't planning on breaking the deal. I was planning on playing the deal to the letter.
They will refuse to give you your father, is the result of that.
I have a feeling they're going to try and break the deal anyways.
What do you want to do, Cassie?
I think receiving her essence is a marvelous idea. I'm happy to. I have a chamber set up to siphon them in. We could get you in there right away.
How intelligent are they still?
What those? Of raving animals.
Do we have to like purify it or something?
I wouldn't know how.
I want to try and
So-
talk to it first.
Through the glass or in the same room?
In the same room. It's not like it can zap me.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd say it could.
Well, if you're going to talk to it, do keep yourself open to being open to it,
Oh, you mean like receiving it?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can talk to them.
I think she's saying that she hasn't tried.
Well, I've tried
this
communicating
way.
with them, but I've had no ability. But I'm not a Nephilim who has been separated from their essence either. I am quite excited
I know
by
it
the
doesn't like
possibilities
me.
here.
I know that much.
Oh,
Or are you misconstruing that rage to be loneliness from missing?
Oh no,
with
it
you?
tried to kill me already once.
I mean, it was let loose with a bunch of others on us, so that could be other things too.
Hmm.
Environmental factors are concerned.
Well, if nothing else, I want to, before I hand something that could potentially be sentient into slavery and potentially dissection,
Mhm.
I want to talk to it.
I can arrange the meeting shortly.
Thank you.
Is
I
there a
appreciate it.
safe room with some tea?
Yes, I do have an observation
Yeah.
window.
I
That's
don't.
how I tend to
No.
observe them. Or do you want to be away from
Okay.
this?
I don't know.
You're welcome to stay in here or roam about my main
Let's
room, or
I was just say we're pretty safe in here. I'm going to make sure a full circle or
oh, you can have the
turning
roam of the
around, make sure
place.
it's no-
This will be fun.
Um,
I'm scared.
is there anything we shouldn't touch?
Yes, the don't touch the purple door.
What's the purple door?
Was it freshly painted?
Don't touch it.
I'm going to guess it was freshly painted.
Splendid.
Right. So we're not touching the purple door. Let's go have a nice sit. Cassie, have a nice time talking to your
Corvus
friend.
is eerily laughing.
Okay.
I don't know
At
why,
his
but I
own
can feel the
amuses.
stare
I mean, it's not like he
of
knows which
glass
door's the purple door.
over here.
Hey, Echo, do you want to practice your trumpet? And I'll practice with you.
I don't have my trumpet on me.
Oh. I wish I had a trumpet to give you. Do you want to borrow my violin?
Oh, I'd like to learn violin. Corvus has tried to teach me, but he doesn't like the noises, and he didn't like how I treated it.
Oh. Here, well, I have a really nice one, and I'm gonna put my ring on, and I'm gonna go human for a bit. I'm gonna pull out of my bag the Oberon one that gives you extra bonuses for doing it.
Yeah.
And I'll go, here you go.
She will have to stop playing. Right, so who wants to go with Cassie?
I'm not going in
Right,
there.
you might be on your own,
Ooh,
Cass.
ooh.
I will.
I'm not going in there. I'm not going in that room.
That's fine. I was fully expecting to be on my own, anyways.
I will
figured
go and stand in the
Observation.
outside
Yeah.
of
My
the door.
I'm gonna stand in the I'm gonna sit in the observation room with Echo, and we're playing music.
Oh, do
but
you want to be in the observation room for Cassie?
Yeah, I'll be in the I'll be nearby. I'm just I don't
Right.
want to be in the room with Cassie when this happens, because my experience with Orlin based divine creatures is they zap the shit out of me. So I don't want to be near
She,
She's untamed essence.
she's on the way, leading you guys to where this is going to happen. Which she doesn't seem to check if anybody's with her. Those that are around her, she explains to, but she seems to be serious when she says you guys can have to run at the place.
Usglas, what are your research books that you mentioned?
What? Why? What?
Your research, your books, your tomes that you talked about earlier.
Do you want to learn magic?
Oh, do you think we
I
can
haven't
be
kept
wizards?
I haven't kept my little research tome since my academia days.
I think he means the information you said that we were
on the
able
on
to
the on the
talk
pillar.
about.
You wrote down things
Yes.
about the pillar.
Oh
Your notes.
God, why would you like to read that?
Because you offered.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Study's just down there. Third door on your left.
Corvus will go
You
to
should
the
write a
door.
book about how to play
On the
better
left.
chess.
I have actually been designing a better form of chess. Involves temporal magic.
Temporal magic. How does that work?
Know the move before you make them.
Yes, see,
we,
you can
we know some of that.
Oh wait, are you asking how the game works or how temporal magic works?
How does the game work?
Oh, well, you see, so say that you are in check, but what if you could send your king back in time to a board where you would have two kings, thus creating a branching time? And she's still going to start explaining
Oh,
5D
yes.
chess.
5D chess.
Yes.
You made me watch a video on this.
It sounds like hell.
I've played it.
Mhm.
But yes, she'll lead most of you sends Corvus. And Echo's gonna go with Corvus.
Bye, Echo. Have
But
fun.
bye. Have fun.
Remember me?
Yes.
Remember that I once lived?
Okay.
I remember you
And you're
too.
going to live.
I don't know. The Orlin angel magic always hits me bad.
Yeah, she was going to explain something about the summoning, but she got distracted by explaining chess, so yeah, she doesn't.
Okay.
Instead, she's just like trying to shove you into what looks like to be like a weird sort of arcane airlock, Cassie.
Okay, Cass will go in.
And as she's shoving you in, she's going, it was a marvelous play. I sent my knight 2 realities over against Hedrigan, and that's what she's saying. Well, she's putting you into this room, and this is a decently sized room. It looks like it is made to like hold a gargantuan creature at the very most.
You know, I bet you grandson would love to play this new chess. It seems like his mind would wrap right around it.
That would be
He already is.
I hope you get to meet grandson someday. That would be nice.
That would be lovely. I would very much like that.
He definitely was not Mirrors.
Yes.
Mm.
Of course it wasn't.
That is the one I'm worried about. Out of all the gods, you think a broken one would be less of a problem, but
He's not broken.
very
He's
much
a little
is.
confused. How's he broken?
Split in twain.
Well, it says he's a twin doesn't mean he's broken.
No, quite literally.
Wait. As in there are two Mirrors?
No.
Yes.
There was another one. Everyone's forgotten about it, but the...
Yeah, Lalisel was his twin.
Oh, you know of her!
Oh,
Yeah, she was the
that
goddess
part.
of the Fae.
They were one and the same.
Yeah, they were.
Yes, no, Lalacel and Mirrors were the same entity.
What?
Yes. Well, don't you think it's a bit weird having a god of music and a god of the arts? And this whole thing of lies that is useful for hope and...
Yes, we're really brother and sister!
Oh, Christ. No,
Intriguing.
It
this...
does explain.
I complete you.
I have never heard anything of this sort. This
I
is
complete you. I believe it.
beyond the
I
horrors
complete
of
you.
that. This
I'm
does sound like
part
utter
of-
nonsense.
There's Cass is just kind of looking at the
Muffled tapping on the glass.
It would explain.
There is
the-
someone who could answer this for you.
What? What is she saying?
Listening to your muffled conversation, there
What?
might be a person who can answer this for you. You have someone who knew them both.
Never
One
mind.
of the other gods.
But wouldn't Ilan and them already have known about that? Yeah, that's the thing. Why don't the other gods know that they were one person?
They don't remember.
Why don't they remember? Wait, are they getting wiped too?
Just the once.
What do you mean just the once?
Oh, and they're fracturing what was then the aspect of Mirrors, had quite a bit of power on hand, you know, fooling about with the what do you call it again? What we're about to...
Empty?
No, the bit we're about to open.
The basement.
The basement. Fooling about with the basement. It's quite a surge of power.
They called it the false bottom as well. That was another word that was because it's like it's there, but it's not. Right?
It's more of a name for like the surface breach, right?
Yeah.
No, it's all terrible. Yes,
But Mirrors has lots of control in the empty.
they do indeed. What were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about the twin, the Mirrors and Lalasil.
Also,
Oh yes,
And you
yes,
were
yes.
saying, and you said that the gods got reset. What was?
I'm not sure I'd
Mirrors and
say the word
Lalasil's-
reset.
What was the name of their god? The god that they were.
Oh,
Have the other gods been split?
well, I suppose not really. No. I
Oh.
always did wonder about, you know, Mairi and Havos, but the memories say that they are what they were, so... but Loris.
Loris.
where'd you find the information?
She just gestures about as if, like, I've explained this.
She got it from the weird pillar thing.
flint.
The pillar. So okay.
Did
well,
you
that's
know
neat.
that this is just one in many a sequence of the world? The atrocities that they have committed against our kind again and again
they
is
have
quite striking.
They have reset the timeline 365 times.
And thus they do deserve death indeed. Are you ready, dear?
She's just like, if she had a pocket watch, she'd be standing there with it open, tapping her hoof.
Honestly, there's a part of me that was hoping that it was just going to happen in the background with us talking and her just getting like smashed
Normally,
against the wall.
I would have to have like a specific thing in there to like lure out something, a connection. Angels that have died in this cycle, you could like have their blade or a feather or something, and it would lure out their essence, that sort of thing, you know? The older ones are far harder to call upon because most items don't exist anymore.
sword cast.
Oh.
But
So are they always in there? Do they never get out? I mean, they never get to go on?
oh,
just
move
in
on?
there?
No, not at all.
They're trapped?
Oh yes,
That's awful.
it is horrid. Right, we're going to use you as the lure.
So wait, if
Cass is holding a hand to an ear. What?
She gets it. Okay. And she's going to start basically turning some dials that look like they've got arcane stone set into them.
so
And
what happens to god essence when they die?
it gets sundered and split. There's never been an actual dead god. This as far as memory's concerned.
They just always come back, huh?
Yes.
In twos?
It's happened with them, yes.
Oh.
I suppose if you hit them hard enough, maybe you get a free.
Which explains something else.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's neat.
I think they were further away from what they were imagined to be and thus had a more independence, if you know what I mean.
So they were able to act more independently because they were split.
Yes, less conjoined on the rails of this dream. Mixing my metaphors there, I think.
So if you sundered all the gods, though, it would just make more of them.
Yes, but lesser powered, more specific domains, and more free will in a way, which is both good and bad. You know, one could decide I'm going to be evil, but they tend to go, oh, I am inflicting an injustice on the world because it is my nature. What a crock of nonsense.
If that's what happens, how would you have tried to kill them?
Me?
Yes, I did say that that's what should happen.
Yes.
But if you kill them, they just split.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing is she wants them to split.
Yes.
She
Have I
doesn't
not been
want to
clear
kill-
about this?
She isn't saying she wants to kill them, permanently kill them. She wants to kill them.
Oh,
and
I
make
would
them
love to
split.
do that, but I don't think it's possible.
Oh, let's not think about that. That's
Maybe if you go far enough down.
No, let's not think about it. That's
Down?
fine. No.
Like if you split them off enough, they eventually.
Whittling away their essences.
Familiar side.
No.
What is this? No. Wait, did I not explain this? Kill to split.
Definitely not stroking my chin going,
Not
hmm.
That could cause a more interesting.
But you don't want to hurt Hea, right? Because she's not part of that.
No, it's what I would rather observe that one. Seems quite novel. It's
Very
it's
kind.
like the opposite.
She doesn't feed on faith the same way.
If we were to split if we were to split the god, we were doing the opposite. God.
As Carrick is talking, Cassie, a great big portal is opening up before you into nothingness, and there are definitely shapes out there. There seems to be a vague, glimmering field separating you from the abyss of coldness.
So if that other god died, that was Maris's other half, why didn't we have two gods to cycle from them?
If that Miris, what?
You said that Maris is half the god, right?
Yes.
And that the other half died.
Yes.
So we should have two more, right?
Yes, some angel absconded with their essence.
I do believe we do, Gifton.
I'm not blind, you know.
Yes, you are.
Well,
You literally are blind.
She actually scowls. It's impolite.
Well, it's true though. But you said you were blind.
But I see so much more now.
What do you see?
Well, I see a shiny gold coin on the ground. Repeat that a few times, actually. Pretty feather. I see you. I see the approaching beastie. I see. No, I shouldn't tell you that one. That's a secret.
What's the secret?
Oh, the spying.
What's spying?
You know, with certain military officers and so on. It's not important. I see. Hang on. No. Turn around, you fool! No,
There's
that one's not
two
cooperating.
birds.
I see. Well, I see you. I see the greater whole of you, which is bright, and I'm not seeing that anymore.
I've been told that it's really annoying from Corvus all the time.
That's why we try to make sure she stands in Corvus's sight at all times.
I'm right.
But I also see the book that described most of your memories as you entered my dungeon.
I don't like this game.
Listen, I can only read so fast, so it's fair.
What military spy?
What?
You said there's military spying going on. Who's spying on you?
No, I'm spying on them.
Which military?
All of them.
Why?
Why?
Oh, you
She
were
points at
not
Gibson
been
as if, like,
paying
what a
attention.
silly question. Looks at Telltale as she does. Right, no,
It is
not
a
you.
reasonable
She turns her face towards
response.
Raziel. Well, why? She asks.
He's not part of the military.
Yeah, shame about that. Cassie?
Yes.
There is a flicker of movement in the darkness, and then suddenly snapping in, causing this field to flicker and shimmer, are familiar tendrils, sharp and wicked, crackling as your other half pulls itself in to the chamber.
Cass is fixating on it. We need to talk.
It surges forward. Are you going to flinch away? You standing ground? What are you
No.
doing?
Cass is standing her ground and actually stepping forward.
Okay.
Like I said, young lady, we need to talk. Now,
Cassie,
I truly don't
does
know
21
if she's
hit you?
sentient. What's that?
Does 21 hit you?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Alright, so one of these tendrils lashes at you, and you manage to swag it aside as you're speaking to it. You may continue.
Was it said something?
No. I'm saying you may continue speaking to it.
So, I don't know if you're still sentient. I honestly hoping you are. Because I need your help. And you may actually want to help me with this. So, if we can
Does a
stop with the
33 hit you?
tantrum. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, you take 48 points of damage as it is trying to spear itself into you, as it's trying to gain entry.
Is this just straight piercing damage?
Magical.
Is it Is it lightning based?
No.
Okay.
I have not bothered to roll the extra lightning damage that accompanies this because I think you're immune.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I would love to just see it like
It's trying to force itself back into you.
Yeah, it is. I don't think there's been a situation where this has happened where a Nephilim has come back.
I don't think there ever
So,
has been, and I don't think it's gonna go
This
well.
thing has never actually before managed to do anything.
Yeah, notably, it has a physical form that is attempting to take a place. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure your organs still need to be in.
Yes.
Mhm.
What would you like to do about the situation, Cassie?
Give me 1 second. I'm actually trying to do math. What I
Yeah, because last time it basically rushed at you and immediately disappeared as it would have reached you.
Yeah.
Osglass's ravens are watching this with quite some curiosity.
I am grabbing the hold of that tendril that just tried to pierce me
Mhm.
and yoinking it back out. Like I said,
Okay. Would you actually like to try to
We
grapple
need
this?
Talk. What's that?
Would you actually like to try to grapple this?
Yes.
Right, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Hmm.
It is more than happy to be held by you.
It wants to be so damn close. It wants to be in you.
Well,
That's
we're
terrifying.
grappled. I'm hugging it, and I'm taking it to ground.
Okay.
So,
as you do
are
that,
you going to stop and listen to me, or are you going to keep trying to poke me?
I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Cassie, it is enveloping you, and you can feel something odd. It almost burns and scrapes as if it is trying to like merge into your flesh.
Okay, I am pushing back and kicking away.
Okay.
I think that means you have to break the grapple.
No, she can willingly.
Okay.
However, it is you now need to break a 24. It does not want to let go.
Need to do a strength
Athletics or
athletics.
dexterity.
Athletics.
Oh,
Hey, look at that. Yeah, you managed to shove away from it. You can't kick it away, unfortunately. But it is definitely posturing at you.
It's like it's stamping its hooves. Probably.
Inky.
How long are we going to let this
Do
continue?
we really need to throw down like this? Because
I'm willing to let it go on
I know.
till we get the final result.
What's
I
that?
think
No, I was telling
we're in the other room. We're in the other room talking.
Watching
about
this happening. Oscar is fascinated.
I mean, Cassie will be mad at us if we stop it early. She's still talking at it, right? I'm pretty sure Cassie will yell when she wants us, or she'll be unconscious. One of the two. What do you think?
Raziel looks rather doubtful and goes, I don't think this is a good idea in general.
You think we should just open it?
Oh, you can't do that.
The observation room. Was there access directly from it into the room?
No. Basically, it leads out into the corridor, so sort of side door beside it.
I'm going to go to the door.
I am doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Cass's eyes light up suddenly, and she's pitching a lightning bolt at it.
Okay. Your lightning bolt
Does nothing.
Yeah, but it does seem to flinch when you do that, as if just taken aback that you've done this. And then it is going to launch an array of multi-attack at you in return.
Okay.
It is no longer trying to probe. It seems to be tantruming almost. But unfortunately, its tantruming is vicious. Right, first, second, third.
All three hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna rush to the door where Tilda is.
But first off, I am expending a luck point.
Mm-hmm.
It re-rolls that first one.
Rolls that first one? Okay, 1 second.
Oh, can we spend luck on other people?
Luck, if I remember correctly, it says you can expend it on rolls that have been made against you.
Against you.
Okay.
Or I think it can also do other things.
I don't know. Are you using the lucky feet or the other one? But it says whenever you make an attack roll.
When an attack roll is
made against you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Right. So 29 is dead.
You are supposed to roll the dice, not them.
Yeah. So I'm taking all three.
Right. That's 1, 2, and 3.
A lot of damage. That's a whole lot of damage.
How do we cycle this thing, Tilde?
I am going to be trying to at least get that door ready to open.
There are arcane runes that she used to open up this portal. And I use portal in the mundane sense, not in the magical sense.
Yep.
You are not certain how to open this.
Louis Glass, can you let us in there?
Now?
If she dies, it will be on your head.
I want to be in there.
I don't think she can take much more.
I am using my second wind.
Mhm.
Oh. D10. 28.
Opening that door would be very dangerous for the rest of this place. Oh, she asked for this. You're going to deny
she often
her.
asks for stupid things.
I don't think
Yes.
it's going how she thought it would.
And Cass is stopping, taking a deep breath. Are we done? Please? Do you want to listen and help Dad? Or do you want to continue stomping and screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs like we used to do?
Is that your full fingers, Cassie?
Yeah, that's... I've burned off a lot of stuff already.
Okay.
By
Usglass.
the way, that hurts.
Usglass is sort of gesturing at the glass. Well, it's not glass. It's more magical than that, but it looks like glass. Gesturing at the partition, the observation window, and just going, never seen a Nephilim meeting its sundered half before.
But you might get a retry if she lives.
Give me a persuasion check on that.
That's the best I can come up with.
That's why I'm allowing a persuasion check.
Continued observation.
That's not enough, I'm afraid.
I wish I could argue a bardic inspiration on that, but I'm not sure.
I have woe
based on the
today, so
mechanic.
I can't raise it. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't exactly say that I'm, music or something improving that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this is the best I've got, is that, so...
I mean, bardic inspiration is a mechanic. If you want to give me even the mildest justification, there's nothing stopping you from using it.
Actually, I have luck. Let me spend... I spent one last time. I can spend another. I'm going to re-roll it with luck. Because that's something I can do with luck.
Okay.
Actually, no, I can't do that with luck, can I?
You should be able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only the tax against you.
It's an ability check that you could
20?
re-roll, yeah.
That's not good enough, I'm afraid. Not unless someone else can give you something.
If you don't stop this, unfortunately, all you're going to do is have that angry thing trying to get out and a dead body, as opposed to getting a attempt at trying this again.
I'm afraid that is...
That is an advantage to
I'm
her for
afraid
help.
none of that would convince her.
Okay.
Given the bardic inspiration is also through stirring words, by being passionately arguing alongside Gifton, could that be argued as stirring the passion?
Yes, I would allow that.
All right, roll a d10.
Please don't roll a
Oh, I'd also
1.
like to hear what you told him would say to do so.
All right, we were arguing along the lines of trying to save her, wanting to free her. Unfortunately, this would be...
You heard me using the lines of continued opportunities for observation of an extremely rare thing.
Although bardic inspiration, it should be inspiring you, not adding your argument to her.
Stand tall.
So,
tell me, stand tall.
Yeah, my argument is Despite what she has done, she is our friend, and no one deserves to die unnecessarily.
Okay, 25 will do it. Uskas will frown a bit before sighing, and she's going to get up to move towards the door. Unfortunately, this will get another round on you, Cassie, before the portal gets opened.
And
Yeah,
Cass
'cause
is
that's not quick.
finishing off. If you want to save Dad and not risk Cirrus and risk Michael, then stop and help me.
That's a natural miss.
Those two hit.
That and that.
60, 74.
Unfortunately, I think Cassie's the reason, and that's the rage. So there's no reason in that wild mass of things. I think all it understood was it wanted to be close to you, and then you hit it.
Right. Uskas comes over and she hits a sequence of these arcane runes, and the field changes color to a deep red, and suddenly you see on its last hit, Cassie, it's almost as if it's trying to grasp at you as it's being pulled back towards the field.
Going back into the cold.
And Cass is just staring as it gets pulled back.
It gets pulled back, and the outer portal closes.
Are you
Okay.
still conscious?
You're not grasping at it or
Wow,
anything?
Cool.
And once that's out, the door opens up, and Uskas looks a little disappointed. She's going, "It's good to see if it would reanimate her or something."
She has died enough.
Round 1 is done. And Cass is going to come trotting out.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm pissed. I'm very angry.
Also, probably bleeding profusely.
Probably. And Cass is breaking out one of her potions and just slugging it.
Yes, I'm not casting any spells.
No,
Out of me.
No, Cass is just slugging down. Oh, I haven't been that angry in so long.
So, any connections, any feelings? When it was touching you, was it?
It wanted to get some. It was trying to go for the feel.
Did you feel a connection to it when it touched you or anything?
Oh, it was trying to get back in.
It looked like it was frantically stabbing. So
what?
It was, and then it was also trying to merge with me.
But I thought you wanted that.
I wanted to get its permission first, and 2,
well,
it was feeling very wrong the way it was trying.
So it wasn't asking permission, but you were going to look for permission, and it was saying yes, 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 yes.
I don't think it didn't care if I wanted to or not. I was trying to hold a conversation, and it was.
I don't know if you can communicate with that. I mean, I don't know if they understand us anymore. I think they are beyond us.
If they'd understand anything, it might.
I will say, in about 97 attempts at communication, not one has responded to me. Or any sort of acknowledgement of understanding the words coming from my mouth.
Part of me wonders what would happen if I stood in here for a minute, but I'm scared of what would happen.
Cass is just trotting around. Well, she was throwing a tantrum.
Anybody that wants to step in and try this is more than welcome. It's fascinating.
If you give me time, I'm willing to go for a second round.
See, I told you she'd probably do it again. So there's that.
By the way, you need to come up with. I was trying to talk to you guys, and all I heard was muffled. You need some sort of two-way into there.
Wait, why would there be a... I pressed the... On this side, I press the button, and then it goes both ways.
Yeah, on this side, but there's not one on that side.
Why would I give them a button?
Because who knows, you might decide to hold one and walk away, and it might be suddenly like, can we talk?
Hold one and walk away.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? Just delusional. Mad.
Are we done with this idea, or are you going to try again?
I need time to rest. It
Right.
hits hard. She hits hard.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be better to just box it up?
maybe. But are you okay with that, Cassie? Do you want to just box it up now, or?
I left it with one of these.
I don't know. That's why I don't trust them with it.
They have a well, you have all of our memories in a book, so you're gonna get there.
I can only
anyway.
read so fast.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you needed a tutor for everything that I've gone through in my
Do you know
life.
how many memories you have?
I have a lot of them. Have you gotten through the bits about the peanut shells?
Yes, filthy.
Anyway, so there's an orrery. The Illithids have an orrery, and they know from that they want her essence. It's important.
Glimpses of the future.
Yep.
So
We
they
don't know
want it
what-
for a reason.
Yes.
and
That's
we
as much
can't
as we
have
know.
them what they want because we've only had very minor interactions with them.
Well, let's see. She's going to move over back to the window where there is a little like logbook there. And she starts flicking through it and goes, "Oh, I can think of a couple of reasons, perhaps. Let's see. Some of them output a lot of ambient energy, which seems rather sparky, so it might be that. Let's see. Others seem to be able to, weaken a lot of things around them, magical wards, that kind of thing. Wow, troublesome. That was really, really troublesome. Bad day. Let's see. I mean, you've learned to harness it. Marvelous weapon. Very hard to kill.
Wait, you can harness them as a weapon?
You can kill them?
As it said, if you manage to harness them, well, I didn't say that you could kill them. I said they're hard to kill.
Like impossible, right?
I don't know. Just because something's not been done doesn't mean I'm convinced the gods can still be killed, even with this sundering nonsense. Why shouldn't these be killable? I don't know what has happened to the essence there. Would it reconstitute as another being? But not found a way to do it. Even if you beat them down, they just seem to go back into there.
Okay. Well, Cassie, we should probably just take it.
What?
Or another one.
Wait, what? No, you said I should let her out so that there were continued attempts and observation opportunities.
So should we take a rest for the night then, Cassie, and you try again tomorrow?
I need 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Tea?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love some tea.
I was
Right.
thinking short rest.
As
It's an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell do you think short rest is going to do for your 300 missing HP, bud?
She has the.
You only have so many hit die.
I've got 20 of them.
okay.
And she can get, and with some help, she can.
No, that didn't do it.
Some
didn't
extra.
do it.
She can get D8 extra from me.
Here, I'm throwing this, and I'll give you mercy.
I'll throw away
If you're insisting on it, I'm gonna give you more hit points. I'm not letting you go in there alone this time.
Just a 23.
Oh, it's not the sneak attack. This I'm like sneak attack heal.
No, that's the something about the sword. It's my dueling.
Yeah. How much you? Now you're obvious. You're probably. Maybe not. Are you still missing hit points?
Oh yeah.
How much?
Hold on. I'll
About
burn.
180.
Can't burn that much, but I'm gonna burn
I was gonna say he took an even 300 damage, so.
All right.
Pretty sure
There you
she
go.
has it.
I'm casting another heal. That should cover it.
Shouldn't halve that.
Oh, is it magical?
Yeah.
It was magical.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine it was just straight no. You're taking that damage.
I'm hitting Cassie with another heal spell. That should be 100 something. So.
And I did 33.
That's 92 from.
That wipes out my 6
Gifted.
level spells.
Yeah,
It's
I'm holding on to
125.
those.
You get one more chance, Cassie.
If it looks like you are going to die, I am going to pull you out.
And
Should we
then,
go in there
since
with her?
Since I am taking a short rest. I'm going to recover hit points via hit dice.
Gain D8 extra as I cook.
And I forgot how many dice I do on a short rest because
Okay.
You can use as many hit dice as you want.
You may have used one earlier, because I think Sam did that.
While they're having tea and luncheon,
Yeah.
Corvus.
Yep.
You wander off into this library is the wrong word. It's clearly not meant to be a library. It's just a very large study. She seems to have a lot of studies. But there are a multitude of books in here. Actually takes you a while to find the relevant tomes simply because she hasn't marked them.
Oh, so they're just blank spines?
Yes.
Yeah.
But eventually you start to...
Thoughts on it?
Yeah. You find some. You want to start reading?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, it starts fairly mundane. There's a brief introduction that rambles a bit, but then it starts to talk about concepts of, realities beyond our own, that kind of thing. And then, as it actually starts to get specific, there's that horrible familiar feeling again where things start to not work right. Would you please?
Like when I reached out to the...
It's not as severe because these are translated into a normal language. However, we're basically, long story short, this is the reading about things beyond mortal ken of Lovecraftian horror. But you should be able to cope with that.
Does any of the Azothian language help with this?
You know what? Yeah, we're going to lower the DC a bit because of it.
Okay.
But yes, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use the card. It gives me advantage.
Okay. You get to choose two.
Is there a raven floating about?
Yes, actually. A few.
He stares at the ravens. He heals himself 2d6, which doesn't really matter.
Okay, 24. You find yourself having to pause every now and then. And it's not comfortable. It is mentally distressing. But yeah, you start reading through this work.
Corvus, even though it is mentally distressing, the past weeks for him have been to him anguish, paranoia, and mental distress.
I mean, this is saying that is making me want to heighten the DC. So
no, well, yeah, but this is a higher level of it.
Yes.
So I mean, he's unfortunately comfortable with it, but also it still pains him. Yeah, I understand. And go on.
But you can learn of the world called Eris.
Eris.
Is this the previous?
This is the real world that was wrecked by the Dreamer's visitation. You can learn of its people. It's not a lot. She seemed to have trouble grasping much, but she does, explain some of the basic functionings of society. It's when it starts talking about the interactions with the Dreamer that they had that things start to get hurty. As the Dreamer's innate real reality warping did not exactly play kindly with them. Its misunderstanding of their basic emotions and so on led to a lot of horrible interactions as it tried to extend thoughts and feelings that they couldn't handle. It misread what they were trying to send back. So yeah, this first volume does seem to be her knowings of the downfall of the Erissil civilization.
Okay. How long will that initial first tome take?
Quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of his breaks, he just stands up and just kind of peruses around the study, just maybe opening up a couple pages, seeing what the first couple headings are, just to get a fresh take on words on pages. He is also looking about the study. Is there anything of particular note?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. And one of the things he would do at one of these breaks would send a sending.
He's trying to contact somebody outside, because if so, it won't work.
No, here, one of the party members.
Okay, right, you can do that. 20 perception. You.
It's fitting. I rolled a natural 1. My mind is being rendered apart.
Yeah. You don't notice. I mean, there's things of interest in here, but nothing like stands out as like odder than the rest of the oddities in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna send a sending call.
And
Just dead
you
air.
said you're checking just random books.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20, please. Just straight d20.
Okay. And the sending would be to Gifton.
Okay, d12. You open up one of them, and you will find just on a random page, this seems to be talking about the assault on Noran. This page in particular is talking about her foreknowledge of Major Carl Garibaldi, notable achievements, her observations on him as a person during their time there, and you can see that this is going to sad places.
Okay.
It looks like this book is covering the end of things.
The Noran invasion.
The Noran version.
Yeah. Okay. He will put that book back. And to Gifton, if it goes through, how is Cass doing? Do I need to be present? What's going on?
That will go through.
She's almost died once. She wants to attempt it again. That's all I'm sending.
Corvus, do you think this skull's real?
What?
Skull, do you think it's real?
Does it have a gritty texture to it?
She runs her finger across it and then goes, yeah?
Yes.
She puts it down. Why don't I
Does it
like
look-
that when I'm fine with the people in Furamir?
Because it's an inanimate. It is the essence of death.
But that's
It
okay.
is- Well, if you accept it, it is.
Feeling down to the skull and just goes, I accept you.
Thank you. It seems like Cass is having some difficulties.
Oh,
There's a lot to do in here, though. Her birds are probably watching and listening, so I don't really care.
they're very cute.
I don't. They are nice.
There's
I
actually a
don't think-
call.
Don't tempt me. I don't think it's advised that either of us stay here for a particular long time.
One of the ravens
Melee.
hops across the desk and tries to does a little beat bite at one of your jacket buttons.
Mainly because he grabs the head and just pushes away.
It calls at you
Maybe.
angrily and just sort of hops away after you let go of it.
Wants the button so bad.
Mainly because of what we are.
I already know how to defeat this class. We just have to throw a bunch of coins in the air and run.
Batman Forever's defeating of Two-Face?
Jackson?
Hmm?
You awoke in Furamir, and you were actually recounting some of the things Corvus was reading about, only in a far less coherent fashion to Fowler, as you are in the midst of a full-on mental breakdown.
Yep. That's what I figured it was.
However, amidst shouts of this lost civilization and the horrors that befell them, you also have this drive to just like, this work's important, this work is so important, this work is so important. And you are also ascribing magical knowledge that is actually kind of beyond even the gods that shall assist with the creation of the prison.
Yeah.
Is he still bound in the ball?
Yes!
Yep. Yammering away.
It's the Saxon straitjacket.
They've either got him in that or they've got him like just fucking strapped down to a chair.
Strangely enough,
'Cause he
this
doesn't
is
have a high
not the
strength
first
by
mad
any means.
scholar they've had to deal with. They are currently
They have
preparing a room for him.
I mean, they were very happy when we took the stone
Jackson is
guy
going to
away.
have an extended stay in Furamir at this point.
Yes.
Extended stay Furamir, the next destination.
They've invented a padded room just for you.
Oh, don't worry, you're gonna come back in like a year or two, and there's just gonna be a mechanoid that looks kind of like Jackson walking around.
People, I am Jackson, do not look for me.
I am
But,
not missing from my room.
Corvus, because of the question and the non-response, Corvus will stay in the room and continue to read.
Right, more reading. Right, okay. Tea party is over. It was
Cassie.
some nice cream cakes that the ravens were very interested in.
I'm feeding the ravens.
Okay, you've got some raven buddies.
I'm feeding Dingus and I'm feeding the
Dingus
ravens.
is like hissing low key at the ravens.
No, Dingus gets a piece. Raven gets a piece. Dingus gets 2 pieces.
Yeah,
Raven
but
gets a
Dingus
piece.
could
The
have
ravens call
all of
angrily
those
at Dingus at this unfair injustice. This is a tough balancing act, Gifton.
Yeah, I know.
No one wins.
I'm used to having a lot of pseudo dragons, so
Uh-huh.
I'm doing my best. I understand that they're all going to be angry, but that's fine.
Right. And then as everyone sort of finishes up, Gus puts down her teacup and looks at you, Kathy, with those unseeing eyes, and goes, "Right, ready for a second attempt?"
Yep.
All right, Cassie, who's going with you?
Hilde, but stay in the back. I don't want you getting hurt because I'm going to do something even more stupid than normal.
Are you fine doing this all day?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, my friend. I would go in there, but you know reasons I probably shouldn't. I'm pregnant. It's the best excuse I've ever gotten in my life.
She would use wish to say, I wish this was over, and then...
I'd use wish to say Cassie
And
was
then there'd be
never
a-
a Nephilim, and then the thing would disappear.
Okay.
I would protect her always.
As Cass is going in, she's pulling her hairpin out and letting her hair go loose. And then she's pulling the bow from her tail and letting her tail go loose.
That means jingly.
She's then tying the bow ribbon to the hairpin.
Okay. Alright, Tilda, you entering with her?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to enter and
Tilde,
kind of
I am casting something
stand
on
back. I misread that word.
you. Cassie's going to be the focus of this. I want you to be able to do something about it. So I'm casting Foresight on you.
Okay.
Alright.
Casting on Cassie's going to be a futile effort because it's going to be just a lot of shit.
The portal is closed behind you guys. Everyone else can shuffle back into the observation room.
Actually,
Uh-huh.
since we had time actually during the short break,
You want to do a telepathic bond?
it's a ritual. So at the end, I'll do it at the right,
Towards the end of the break.
yeah, just before they're going in, so that we all have it.
Okay. You can do that indeed. Alright, is Dingus included?
Yes, because there's not that many of us here because we're down.
You're getting
Shax.
more meeps than usual, even though it's not any different from his usual telepathic communication. He seems to be pleased.
It's good. You see, I thought you actually were gonna say I was getting a reverb, and I'm like,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
I'm so glad
Actually,
Derek's
no.
not
Yeah, you're getting 2 Dingus messages.
here. I like this. I didn't do this more often.
Oh man, I'm turning
Dingus
into
in
Pseudo Dragon and joining in this
stereo.
hijinkery.
Okay, this is hell. You've entered hell. Cassie has the better end of the bargain inside of there until the messages are directed at her.
I'm going to move slightly further away from the observation room.
You can't escape this. This is.
I mean, it's cast on Telday. It's cast on Cass too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's out or not.
But Usglas
Gibson's gonna best
knocks
on Dingus.
on the glass with her staff and actually hits the button this time and goes, "Okay, ready again."
Yep, and Cass is actually going to start spinning the hairpin that's attached to the ribbon around very fast.
Okay, right, and the portal to the fourth bottom opens up.
It's gonna come in much faster this time. It knows you're in there.
Yeah, within moments, you see tendrils lashing in and yanking itself into the room.
As soon as it passes the barrier,
Mhm.
I'm letting the one part of the ribbon I'm holding go, so the hairpin goes sailing towards it.
Mhm.
And I'm activating it by holding the other end as it impacts.
Okay, can you tell me
That's
what
a
you're actually
roll.
doing?
What's that?
What are you actually doing?
I'm going to try to have the hairpin cast comprehend language on it.
I don't think you can use an item like that.
No,
can't
you
hold
cannot.
A 10-foot pole to
I was
cast
trying to
through
be
it.
creative here. Okay.
No, you'd have to touch it,
Okay.
or you'd have
And-
it would have to activate it actually, because because it's an item that activates it for itself.
Yeah, this is the helm equivalent you're using.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a self-cast thing, unfortunately.
yeah.
We can't cast through the observant thing, can we?
Oh,
Like-
for that, we don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
Because if I knew that, I could actually cast tongues.
Yeah,
Doesn't Telday have tongues?
if Cassie said something, we probably
was
could have
that?
set it up.
Nope.
What was that, Corvus?
I heard
Telday-
Telday, and
Telday
he heard
doesn't
me,
have-
so.
Telday doesn't have tongues. That's what.
I have a distance
Alright.
effect too, so
Well, I'm actually going to turn. Well, since I can't do that, the entire hair thing doesn't happen. So I'm going to turn on my hairpin
I'm pretty sure Delta also doesn't want to touch that thing.
And as it comes in, it's like, okay, now we're going to try and talk again. Can you understand
Not
me?
do that near these eldritch beings.
All right. So, it bristles, and you are suddenly hearing things that you did not hear before. It's not exactly a spoken language, but it seems to come through to your ears anyway. Doesn't make sense, but this is what they're all about. So I would need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. And as you're doing so, the rest of you can also observe there is something else entering the portal. It looks like it is another of these beings. However, this one seems almost flayed. Like its anatomy is spread apart. These pieces seem to hold together. However, there's clear gaps. There's clear bits hanging off. Doesn't seem
Oh
like...
no, that's Telday.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to use a telepathic bond. Going, there's 2 of them coming into you all.
Okay, 19. Oh fuck, that's right.
One doesn't seem quite.
Everybody in the telepathic bond, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Is it considered? Is it a spell or magical effect?
It is not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Kathy,
No.
you are paralyzed.
I'm next to you.
Okay.
That included me, correct?
Oh no, Dinky.
Yep, everybody. Except Corvus and Echo.
Oh no, it also hit Raz.
Yep.
Dinky gets my bonus. Raz gets my bonus.
Okay.
I'm assuming if my bonus works.
Okay. The bonus will work.
Okay, because we're behind a wall. So
You are.
we're just getting weird shit. All right, so it's a 30 for Dingus, a 35 for me, a 42 for
Razzies,
Carrick, and a 36 for Telday. So most of us are above 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll Razzie, not bothering for Eliza.
Yeah.
Raz.
Les is already crazy.
The 32 is fine.
Yeah.
My brain took a moment to figure out who that was.
Okay. Alright, so Telday. Telday, that's a failure. If you have any mechanics to bump it, feel free.
It's plus mine, so it's 30.
No, he's behind the glass.
No, he's inside.
Oh, he's inside. Crap. Yeah. Sorry. He has a. Oh shit! My thing doesn't work on him. That's right. Or wait, no. Yeah. Sorry.
I already got advantage on that roll from
foresight.
Yeah.
You're also paralyzed. DC 100 rolls suck.
You know what? I'll play a card.
Freedom of movement ring. He's okay.
Shax is gone. It is no longer active.
Shit! Is all of our Shax stuff already gone?
Yep.
I figure when you no longer the metal thing do it, so you've also.
I'll drop this one to. Oh wait, shit.
I'm just gonna, just as a curiosity for future things coming up. I'm guessing I also can't fate through the thing either.
Fate.
That's
What's
the
fate do?
Boon of fate.
Let's see.
Add.
Let's see.
Here, I'll hit the button.
Technically, this isn't a magical ability that's blocked. This is a metagame ability, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was.
So I would allow that.
Okay. Do you want me to fate you?
Yeah, unfortunately, actually, you know what? I'll burn the heroic card I've got. I'll re-roll that 20.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll a flat 20.
Okay, you got a plus 11 bonus? Yes.
Yeah. All right. Plus 11. Thanks. In that case, it was worse.
It was worse. Congratulations.
I'm going to try and re-roll mine.
Indomitable.
With a.
Or lucky.
A card.
A card.
Remove.
I was going to say, out of sheer curiosity, was the DC 25?
No.
Okay. Wondering because it was until they could just add a 1.
Now, do I get +2? Oh, wait, no, I can only. That's only choose one. and it's worse.
Yep. Okay, so both of you are paralyzed as your minds shut down in the face of this communication.
Oh,
Do we still get it?
Oh, do you still understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is screaming despair and rage and sorrow beyond belief.
Oh, yeah, then that makes a lot of sense that our minds would shut down in response to that.
Yeah. Okay.
I
It's
am
like those emotions
taking an
incarnate.
action, unfortunately, to swap out of pseudo dragon form as I'm flapping over to the door because now Telday's in danger and Cassie's in danger. This didn't go how I hoped.
Following.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't have a way to get Oosclass to do this again.
Right. So, unfortunately, Cassie, your copy's the wrong word. Your
Other half.
other half is going to come up to you, and this is going to be a attack with advantage because of the paralyzation. That's a hit, and it becomes an auto crit because of the paralyzation.
Oh.
So we're just going to double the dice amount on this 12. Okay, so that becomes 105.
Ow!
It's 105.
Yeah. This thing is trying to enter you. There's part of it's trying to go through your throat. The other's just piercing into your stomach. It wants in. It wants in real bad. And I would say, because of the communication thing, you get a sense of wish to be. It wants to live. There's an almost
desperation
mixed with hatred and despair that you have life and it does not.
Jealousy, anger.
And then the other two will not be advantaged because your paralyzation is ended by that.
Yay.
Okay.
Tilde has I think it puts disadvantage on attacks against him.
Yeah, so he'll be at normal.
Yeah.
Right, and Cassie, the other two damage rolls against you. Alright, then Tilde, maybe your other half, your long forgotten shredded remnants that ran through the iron cage, taken from you, is going to come up to you. Somehow, this one seems more cautious. But it is reaching out nonetheless. And rather than the vicious lashing that the other creature has against Cassie, this is an almost press, but continuous pressing, which amounts to about the same roll because I am not multi-step blocking these creatures.
Well, basically, this is between a Lollen essence and the Orlin.
32 hits you, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Disadvantage on that
roll. Nope, it equals out to normal.
Sorry. Yeah.
Right, and this will be the crit value. 36.
Okay.
Okay, and then...
Sorry, I misheard that for a second there. Okay.
The other two? You're no longer paralyzed?
The first one would hit, the second one would not.
Okay, cool. Right, so basically it continues pressing, doing this, but then you are able to sort of shunt it aside and stop its assault on you.
Shit, I forgot to take advantage of that short rest and heal up.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That will drop me.
Okay.
No! Not kill.
Oh no.
But just unconscious.
No, but that's not good.
Okay. Oh.
That's what they want.
Oh no. Okay, so before that continues, what's everyone else doing? You see Telday go down.
If you don't help me get him out of there, I'm casting Wish to get him out.
She actually fixes you with a cold stare. I see.
I need them. You needed them too. Don't make me lose mine the way you lost yours.
Oh, fuck. Okay, persuasion with advantage.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Very nice. Okay. She is going to get up and she's going to start moving towards the door.
Okay. That's all I got. I've got idle threats, and I'm not allowing anybody to do this ever fucking again.
Actually, it wasn't the threat that worked. It was
it was the snide remark.
That's the appeal to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, not even snide. It was the actual
Hurtful.
It wasn't kind.
No. But it worked. All right. So yeah, I assume you guys are probably moving to the door. Does anyone actually want to stay and watch what's going on?
I'm at the door.
They went to the door.
We both
Yeah.
went to the door. I don't know if Raz
Okay.
did, but
Raz is probably with us.
Yeah,
He's not
Raz
letting me
is
do that.
at the door. Unfortunately, like last time, this is
There's
not
a
instantaneous. Cassie,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm hugging her.
Okay. Are you willing to accept its embrace?
Yes, but first off, I'm throwing away the hairpin.
Okay, that's good move. Okay.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
The hairpin is bad for you.
Okay. All right. You hug it. I would say you do.
I'm going to coo and reassure it and pat it, and it's just like I understand.
I love you. I
Okay.
accept you. It's gonna alien its way through your body.
Probably.
I mean, the empty already did that to her once.
All right. So,
Remember when the alien
Cassie,
queen was with her baby and it suddenly stabbed her?
you have accepted its embrace. This is a grapple now. It is going to move with you.
Aw, dancing.
It's gonna carry you into the dark.
With a disconcerting lurch, its tendrils pull it back towards the portal.
I'm pulling it the other way.
Unfortunately, this is its movement. Telday is also being dragged through the portal. You see Cassie yanked out. As Telday is being dragged across the ground to the edge of it, you see its other half suddenly let go. And Telday's eyes seem to alight for a brief moment as it does, before dimming
no.
again. And then you're able to get the door open.
Rushing in. I think it took her.
can we see any through the portal? Like,
I will say the
scary
auto on this
portal.
is making that other door close. You can go stick your head out if you want and try and see. You do not see Cass or the thing that took her. It just sort of like sunk out and off the side downwards.
What about the one that had Telday? Can you still see that thing, or
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it seems to like be lingering nearby for a second.
All right, I'm casting Heal on Telday because that's the first thing I can do. Burning a higher level spell for this. I'm running out of spells and doesn't like it. All right. There's also my mercy bullshit. So here, take that. Okay, so 90 some hit points. Tilda, you're up.
I'm almost back to the same amount I had right before this started. Which is essentially the problem, but
wall of force between us and it.
Okay, right. You manage to wall of force get up, and you see that portal just slowly close and suddenly snap shut.
Before while that's going on, I'm gonna have locked eyes at it, and I'm going to, you know, the sound that we use to communicate with the light creatures.
Yes.
I want to do that at Telday's thing while it was there.
Okay.
I don't expect anything, but I was trying.
Yeah. It seems just to be strangely passive. And
actually, when that happened, I'm going to try an Enochian. Who are you? Response. Directed, obviously, at the thing, but...
do you have any form of comprehend language to touch up on yourself?
No. Nope, I just spoke in regular Enochian.
Then there is no reply.
Okay. Did it seem to even react at all?
Didn't seem to physically react, no.
Okay.
It has
Cassiopeia.
we understand.
What happened?
It took her through the thing. The one that had you let you go.
It's familiar.
It was acting really passive.
How have you summoned the others before? Looking towards Oozglass.
She said she uses like tokens of them.
Yeah, things that are familiar to them.
I think we must go back in.
The basement?
Yes.
That's madness. Those things were ripping you apart.
I am not dead. Cassiopeia may be soon.
Fine, I'll get her back.
You are angry.
I'm scared. I'm scared because I did a dumb thing and let this happen.
It is not on you.
Hoped it would work and that she'd get what she wanted, but I shouldn't have let her keep trying. That's my fault. I should know better.
I should have been better prepared.
First accent and now hurt.
The sullen silence is interrupted by the sound of Oozglass frantically scribbling in her logbook.
I need to go outside.
Which outside?
The full outside.
Waterfalls.
Oh, you go ask Helligan to lead you out. I need to write down all of this. What? You're not Nephilim, angelic, and she's looking at you, Telday.
I do not believe so. No.
Maybe.
He's Fae. Fae are angels. You should know that, don't you?
Not all Fae are angels.
Well, some of us are. Telday's lots
They're all
of things.
tied to the heaven.
And maybe even the remnants of standard souls if damaged, which. But this is a whole new avenue.
Is the thing's fully closed, right?
It is.
I'm gonna drop the wall of force.
Telde, can you let Corvus know what just happened? With your limited spell slots.
I am unsure that I can communicate with him in this place.
Is it possible for us to use a sending spell to our friend Corvus, who's in your base?
Of course.
I mean, where are we in the timeline of him sending to Gifted?
That was much earlier. That was before this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I told him that we were about to do it.
Do it again.
So we
What's
know
it, mate?
that's sending. So.
Okay, we
Alright,
have to make sure we
just
ask
doing
permission
that.
politely. This is your home after all.
Corvus, I need you to report back to this place. We need your assistance immediately.
Okay, Corvus, you are receiving this message as you're reading through one of Usk's books. She seems to be describing how this horrible fate that befell this race has left what exists of them, their rotten remnants in your realm, as utterly hostile to life, incompatible with it to the extreme.
And these are the things in the basement.
Yep.
Yeah. He will take a scrap of paper out of his notebook, put it on that page, shut the book, leave it on the table. Something happened. We gotta go.
Usglass, Adam, I do apologize for threatening to cast a spell like that in your place.
It's fine. It's of no worry to me. Little rude, but no, that's understandable.
No, I have to apologize for my rudeness. I care very much for my friends.
Tell Day, you'll hear back. I'm on my way back. You can tell me what happened when I get there.
I will say, never had somebody alive go out there before, so it should be interesting.
I don't suppose you have any tips for going in there?
Don't?
Well, that's a great tip.
You wonder. Your soul rendered by the process of your creation. Wonder if other soul rending things would create something like that. There's soul burners, liches. There must be remnants of them in there as well.
We know somebody who's a soul burner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you'd invite them along for me, I would love to talk to them. See what they think about, maybe stepping in there. Well, we should probably not have such close contact anymore.
No, I think it's very unwise.
I could reach out to her, but again, I would need the ability to contact outsiders.
Halligan can take you out the back door, as you so guessed exists.
Is the door... Where is that again, Gifton?
Maybe... which door?
The food room door.
Oh, I left the food room door back to Barast at that city that we were at previously. That first town. It's still in that little inn. The one way back.
Mercantile.
Where we met Chiffon and them.
It would be a convenient enough place to meet again. I could get her there.
Perhaps. We should get out of this place first, though, before I do anything major. Will we be allowed to visit you again sometime, Usglass? Maybe we'll play some chess?
Oh, I would love that, yes.
Alright.
And thank you for the assistance you have been.
She actually reaches out and places a hand on your shoulder, Gifton, and her face softens and looks like it's a bit more focused, a bit more comprehending. As before she just drops and says, "I'm very sorry for your loss, dear."
I'm gonna give her a hug.
And she'll give you a little sort of one-armed pat on the back hug, you know.
I'm sorry for all you've been through, my dear.
Oh, all in the past, always forward.
All right, we'll try to visit you. Maybe we can swap some more notes if you want.
Yes, of course. Bring that soul burner of yours in, and we'll figure something out.
Right. Thank you. And I am gonna find whoever. I'm gonna find Blackheart's old character and get us out of here.
Right.
Just Purvis shows up.
Yep. Corvus is able to reunite with you all. And Heligan will lead you through the back door, which is actually a very simple teleportation rune that is just transmogrified on the surface rather than illusioned to just be a ring of pretty flowers and mushrooms. This is easy enough to get access back in.
Is this like teleport circle?
Yeah.
Or
Yep, circle.
so I'm learning another one. At least this one.
Mhm.
This isn't the magic. No, I can't.
There's no way this is that one. All right, so because that one was for somewhere in Hexenreich. All right, so we'll teleport out.
So as you teleport out, you arrive to a blackened sky, and in the distance, flame, massive, as you see the world tree burning, sundered. And on Angel Radio, cries of Morgani attacking, not just here, but holy sites, the main prime sites, just about each of the gods' continents. And as you behold this horror, Cassie,
Yes.
you remember this feeling, only now you're awake for it. The cold, the dark, the oppressive, lonely horror. It's dragged you out and then let you adrift. Almost as if it wanted you to feel as it does. You have no air here, and yet it feels like you don't need to breathe. Yet there's still that desperate need to suck in. It's like a horrible stasis where you are on the verge of suffocation. You feel everything being denied to you. And this time you are awake for it. And that is where we will end this week's session.
I was going to ask, can I still see the portal?
Cannot. Alright.
Well, that's awful.
Bitch.
Okay. So, everybody gets a nice 3,000 experience points. No piety again. You are in the godforsaken lands. And we will do this same time next week.
Yeah.
Same.
Next week.
Yeah, on the bright side, Topi, you're not here next week. So
Convenient, right?
Hey, is this our hunt for Bob? Or Grog?
No, this is the next step. We now have to.
I mean, right now we have a choice to make. There are people burning in the world tree right now.
Yeah.
And is literally the world going to shit. Do we go in the empty after Cassie, who we might presume is dead, or do we go for the living?
It does definitely suggest that our next step is not go save Cassie's dad after whatever we do.
Yeah, that's definitely not the step right now.
Also, any general fuckery that we usually would be doing.
Yeah. I'll make the request, so please pick me up.
All right, but I'm not sure if RG's really going to go for any of our normal lines. She's a married woman.
Oh.
She is a married woman.
Alright. Cool.
So do we